It is night, and there's a light snow coming down at the camp between the Temple of the Maiden and Shepherd's End. Kabeth, you catch a bit of movement out of the corner of your eye, something in the shadows. It sends a shiver up your spine, and you're reminded to the day before at the temple. Switch to music, then I'll set you. You're all gathered around the low table, eating, and take a bite of your food and just blink once. There's a strange feeling when you open your eyes from the blink. You can see an odd aura around Aurea. It's like wisps of black smoke and gold smoke just lightly leaving her skin. You also catch something in Casey's shadow, like a trail of black. It's a feeling, a sensation you've never felt before. There's no word you can attach to it. It's not painful, not pleasant, strange. You've never felt this before. You've never seen something like this before. You blink again and it's gone.
Kabeth is like holding a spoon and she kind of like has frozen and she's looking really intensely at first Aurea and then at wow, my brain is so tired. I was like, what's your character? Casey, there we go. I'm having name recall issues today so bad. I couldn't name my own mother today. It's like, who are you? I don't know. Yeah, she's looking back and forth between you two, and she's just holding the spoon, and she's like, What? Wait, did anybody else see that? You guys, did anybody?
I look behind me.
No.
What?
On you. Wait, and Casey, and wait, guys, did anybody see that?
See what?
There was like a thing, like there was like a like fog, like mist, or like dark.
I mean, we're all different, Kabeth. You can't just go pointing out differences between our tiefling friend and our whatever Casey is friend.
No. Listen. It was like something hanging around them, like a fog on the ground, like but dark and misty and kind of, and like Aurea, yours was a little gold, and it felt weird, like there was something weird. It made me very uncomfortable. Are you guys okay? Do you feel okay? Did you touch anything weird?
Well, there was a spear.
What?
Well, we took a spear down from the office and it kind of set off. I'm sure it's fine.
Wait, you guys, didn't we learn not to touch weird things? I don't like. But she points to the brooch. Like, but it's
in the temple, so it must be okay. And it didn't.
But
well, we haven't really used it yet, so I think we're fine.
Ain't that the same spear that when we took it down, there was that noise that nearly knocked Ava off her feet? I say there's. I don't know. I'm glad Sound's just being careful with the thing.
I'll wrap it in cloth.
But I mean, you say that it's on us.
Well, it's gone now. It was just there for like a moment. But like yours was like black and gold, and Casey's was just kind of black, and it made me uncomfortable. And now I don't see it anymore.
Well, here in the candlelight, Casey's shadow has been kind of strange.
No, not a shadow. Something else.
Oh.
Judge my shadow like that.
I'm not. It's just candles and...
Kabeth, have you eaten enough today?
Yeah, do you need another... I'm not going to finish mine.
But I mean, yeah, give me your leftovers, but, but no, I...
When was the last time you slept?
Sleep?
Oh, you have, but you ran here and around here and scared us very, very bad as we were headed up the stairs.
No, I mean, yeah, like now that you say it, my head's starting to hurt, but like, no, I don't.
No. You seem like Kabeth.
I saw something. It's not just because I'm tired. I saw something.
You saw something because you're falling asleep on your feet. That may make you super fast, but it doesn't mean you need no rest.
If we stand really close together, can you really look at us? Maybe you could see it again, and maybe you could tell us. I kind of like turn to Esmond, who may or may not be there. What do your books say?
This whole time, he's actually been fiddling with the scrolls that we had found earlier. Sorry, what?
No, it's not nothing. I saw something. I saw something around Aurea and around Casey. There was some kind of thing around them, like the way fog clings to the hills in the morning when the breeze is blowing just right, and it was weird and dark, and there was a little bit of gold around Aurea, and it's not natural, it's not normal, and I'm not just tired. I don't appreciate being told that it's just my vision because I'm tired.
Next time we're gonna have Ava sitting across from you, and maybe it is like the... Well, no, but Casey, you don't have any sort of weird item that may or may not be cursed.
And Kabeth, I didn't mean to say you were seeing things, but also that you do need to sleep. Two things can be true here.
And to Casey, she's got the space madness.
Yeah, I feel fine, but by all means, if you see it again, please let me know.
Beth, as they're talking, their voices start to sound a little farther away. You start to realize, had you already been hearing it, there's a ringing in your ears, and it's growing slowly louder, and a red splotch appears on the table in front of you. You realize it's blood that's dripped from your nose.
Oh my gosh.
That's not good. Oh.
Are you wearing brooch?
Yeah. It's she opens her vest and it's pinned to the inside.
Did you use it?
I mean, yeah, all the time. Why do you think I can jump so far? And I don't.
Here, tilt your head back and I can help.
She pulls a hanky out of her like little vest pocket and she's like, oh, "Okay, it's fine. I'm fine. I swear, it's fine. It's just a little. I don't know. Maybe I should lie down."
Could be the altitude.
Oh yeah.
Seyfried had been up on her perch, just like swinging one leg casually. But once Kabeth gets a nosebleed and clearly there's something wrong, she's just down at her shoulder. Maybe it's time to rest.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I can show you one of the rooms that seemed clean and clear. Aurea's got she's like helping you with like a hand on your hand on your nose.
It's fine. I can. It's fine. It's fine.
Tiny healing.
As people are watching Kabeth get ushered out, Casey looks over his shoulder to his shadow cast along the floor and up the wall. Gives a little wink and
So sus.
The shadow winks back.
Oh, the shadow has eyes?
Like light.
Shadows just mimic what the person's doing. It's what they do. It's totally normal.
As they're walking down the hall to a room, Seyfried says, "I believe you. My grandma could see things like that all the time. She used to talk about it constantly with this dazed, moon-like look in her eyes. Called them curses."
Oh no, I think that I've got enough curses to deal with, but I don't know. I do feel different. There's something different. Who knows?
different bad? Do you need more rest?
I mean, date probably is not a bad idea. I'm sure I'll be fine once I take a little nap. Yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry. I'm sure that whatever is hovering around you is not bad. And she kind of pats Araya on the shoulder very gently. I'm sure the black smoky thing is totally normal and fine.
But there's a gold one
Cypher
too.
nods in concurrence.
There's maybe that's the maiden's light in me.
Yeah, totally. And I'm sure that Ez will help figure it out too. He's good at that kind of stuff.
Well, you're good at books too. Maybe while you're like trying to fall asleep, you can think of books where maybe you heard about murky shadows clinging to people.
Also,
or people who see murky shadows clinging to people.
Kiveth, if now that you've seen it, you know to be looking out for it. You know,
yeah, don't worry.
that's...
I'll be watching you too, Peach.
I didn't touch nothing.
She winks. She's clearly joking.
Look at Ava next time.
No,
Just
you
because
let me know, because
I
if
don't wanna look
something
at
comes on over me, then that means something sinister is happening, because I didn't mess with no spears, no cursed jewelry, or nothing.
Maybe it'll be gone after we take a bath tonight.
Oh, bath will be good.
Yeah. I forget if this was before or after bath, so.
I think it's before.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is before bath.
I'll scrub extra for this.
Before too long, Kabeth and Seifert are heading off together to one of the rooms. For those left behind in the dining room, there's a clanging sound from the adjacent kitchen.
Can I see Poppy?
Peek around the corner, you can see Poppy standing on top of the stew pot, feet on the lid, on the rim, just face down in the stew, tail going back and forth in the air.
See, Poppy appreciates my cooking, Salinger.
Yes, she does. But Amanos could use a little bit of work. He's gonna head over there and help her out.
It is the next day. You're back at the camp. There's light snow coming down. Shalati and the verdict have made themselves known. There's an ache in Casey's jaw. The verdict's recommended you guys leave in the next 10 minutes or so and take advantage of the wounded state of the creature. But you have some time to prepare.
Wait, I mean, is it good to go after it now? I mean, should we just, like, let Shalati rest?
No,
Well, I didn't even see the thing. Some of us just show back up. What all happened?
Shalati, tell us.
It came by the camp or the town, and we scared it off, and it got a little bit hurt. Not very, but took some wounds. And so Bethedrin suggested that we go after it, track it down, see if we could find you. You must have been on the way back if you did not get it on the way. And now would be a good time to take it out.
If he thinks we should go now, then and you wounded it even a little, then that gives us a bit of an advantage. We should strike it while we can.
Are you okay though, Shalati? Are you alright from I don't know, running and fighting the thing?
A little tired, but not too bad.
Kind of wish maybe you'd waited to punch Casey in the face until afterwards, at least. How are you, Casey? And she looks a little more serious. Can you good to go, or?
Never better. Kind of grins at Shalati a little bit and says, "So you know where it is then?"
I have a good idea. I think I assume, Jim, we've been following the tracks of it as it left.
Yeah, it departed from... Its tracks essentially went this way, but then veered towards the south a few hours back, but it was also easy for you to surmise that you might be able to meet your friends along the way.
It went a little bit south, but decided to see if we could find you first.
Well, I mean, I guess just kind of feels like we're... It just feels a little bit risky just being out here. The last time we went after some of them, we got ambushed. It's kind
And
of
we
like...
keep a careful eye out.
Yeah, the poppy-sized ones are real smart.
We ambush them first.
There'll definitely be more than just the big one.
Vithedron's standing over kind of at the rocks, and he had disassembled part of his rifle, and he's reassembled it, and you hear lock some of the clockwork into place. He says, what's the state of the others? Are you ready to fight?
I'm good to go, I guess, but I'm just kind of apprehensive.
Shalati wounded the creature, from what I could tell, effectively. We may not get another opportunity to face it this hard again.
And since I fought it, I got to see a little bit of what they can do. Hopefully, most of it, but it is very strong. But you have to watch out for the tail. Sometimes they can use that as a hitter as well. And has very strong legs. They can jump real far.
Oh my gosh, the big one can jump?
Go. She sights from like one tree to another and indicates that's far, which is about 30 feet at the max that she indicates.
And there's...
it has this certain way of... It's so loud sometimes that it really can really hurt your eardrums if you're too close.
Oh, fuck.
Ava, you should stay back.
Well, I have to be close in case people get hurt, though. That's
No,
kinda...
I can let you know. I'm sure I can holler to you if we need you closer.
Do you have 2 masks?
Casey reaches into his little pouch on his hip that a vague buzzing noise is coming from. Pulls out a little bit of bread, kind of shove this in your ear. Takes another piece, rolls it up. That'll help.
We don't have enough time for me to describe why that won't actually do anything, but I'm just gonna eat this.
Do you have a better idea?
That's why you did this.
God damn it!
This is exactly why you did this. She eats the bread, but has a spiteful look on her face as she does it.
Wait, you just ate the bread that he rolled into a ball that was small enough to go in your ear?
Yeah. It's really the least of your concerns right now.
Chris, no.
I'm leaving.
Just read them in wheat.
Oh man! All right, we gotta move on from this scene.
Are you sure it's a pitta?
Well, I guess how far away how much of a lead do you think it is, and how are we gonna approach it? Is someone gonna scout, or I've never tried to fight something like this before.
Shalata, you're easily able to sort of correlate that the tracks of the creature that you tracked coming back from Shepherd's End were essentially headed toward the portal.
It seems to be heading toward the same area as the portal.
Well, it's your guys' call. I'll go either way, but I am really nervous about that sound. I don't do real well when things get too loud, but ready as I'll ever be, so whatever you guys decide.
Remind me how we left this portal is. It's not shut, is it? Weren't able to get it quite there?
No, I mean, it wasn't based on what you guys had told me, it had grown, and I've been able to determine how to shut it. I think I'm fairly certain I know how to do it. I just don't know if we have the capabilities to do it right now, is the thing.
I could give it another go.
Would it be
No,
worth thinking about herding this thing back toward its I don't know, back across the curtain it ripped through, or
not if we can't close it.
Was it big enough for it to come through? It seemed really big. It was bigger than when I saw it before. Or the Auronachus is bigger than the rip I saw.
So there's something else to that. There is not the same, but a similar tear in the realm. It seems like at the temple that is much larger than the one in the forest where the Auronachus are coming from, and the one at the temple is easily large enough for the great Auronachus to come through. So there's no reason that this other tear wouldn't be able to grow and shrink itself, I don't think.
That the order is just living there on it?
Order's not there.
What happened? Did you find... Sorry, I'm
No.
so sorry.
No, they're not that.
No,
Yeah.
they're not. They went through. They thought that the maiden had called them. It's not like the portal that we saw before. It leads to a desert, a place without water, and one of the truest callings of my order is to bring the waters of the maiden to those in need, and so they all went through.
Wait, we can't focus on all that stuff. We gotta go.
Yeah, no,
Yes, I think. Maybe tell me everything later. Right now.
Yeah. You should eat a snack before we finish what you started.
You hear a kind of a sound from the bushes, and Dirge Pothammer comes wandering out, tromping through the snow and kind of buttoning up his fly. And glances all at each of you, and kind of has a cowed expression on his face, and glances at each of you and looks down at the ground and walks over and has a seat like on a stump nearby, but not quite with all of you. It's one of
Who's
the...
that?
Yeah, Shalati, you recognize that as
Oh,
that's
right. Okay.
one of the dwarves from Shepherd's End.
Oh, you survived. And where's the rest of your friends?
Ava does.
Hey, didn't make it.
They died in a glorious fashion, as we're about to do, right? Shall we be on our way?
Let me be less dying. Just,
Significantly less dying.
well, because you won't let us die, Doc, right?
That's true.
What if we're if we're actually doing this? Give me a couple more minutes. I have a couple things that might help us, I think.
Like actually a couple more.
Yeah, just like five or so minutes, I think.
If we take a little bit of a longer rest, then Shalati, I can help you recuperate a little bit if you need to.
I'll just lay down for a quick 8 hours or so.
Vethedrian says, if you feel that we need a rest, then we can, but each moment that we rest, the creature does as well.
All right, I was just looking out for my friend.
I think I will be fine, but she looks at Casey. Like there's a little bit of a guilty flicker across her face, and then she digs into a pack and pulls out a vial with a sloshing green liquid. And hands it over. No, I think she's gonna toss it to him.
You shouldn't have.
The world's least subtle poisoning attempt.
I'll take
I'll
it.
shave her.
If I wanted to poison him, I would just spit at him. I can be more unsubtle.
He takes it and pops the cork and drinks it down.
Yeah, it's a regular healing potion.
In the background, there's a sudden zapping sound and a flash of blue as Esmond has finished working. He's zapped something that he's holding in the palm of his hand. I think this will do it. Doc, you should pin this to your clothes. It should help you focus in whatever is about to happen.
Okay. Thanks. Does it just like this?
Yeah. However you want to do it, I'll explain what it does on the way in. Seifert, could I see you for exactly 1 minute, give or take? No. Yeah, exactly 1 minute.
Okay, I can spare exactly one.
That's all I'm going to need. Please sit down in front of me, and if you will sit in front of him, he will place his right hand kind of across your shoulder, and he will hold hold the end of his wand against your forehead, and kind of a white light will begin to glow from that, and you'll feel kind of a warmth emanating from the end of the wand. And if you let that stay for 1 minute, that warmth will expand across your body, and you'll feel a warmth of sudden energy, like almost like you've taken a pre-workout drink. And I will have casted Gift of Alacrity on you.
Thank you for this. Does he explain in character what he did?
While they're standing there, he was like, "So this is the first time I've ever done something like this. If my calculations are right, it should basically give you greater self-awareness before we get into whatever's about to happen."
Oh, you should definitely cast that on Casey.
Thanks, Az.
And you guys are about, Charlotte, you would estimate you're about 3 hours from the port right now.
Well, I guess if we're ready, we should start to head out. Does anyone have something like real big that they can do to try to hurt the creature? Like it's really strong? Like I was working on something, but like I have an idea for something to try, but like I want to use it on something that really is powerful. Like maybe your gun, Thedrin, or maybe.
I hold up my hammer and I'm like, "Is this big enough? I made a nice big hammer. It's really nice, and I can swing it really hard, and I move really fast, and I did I say that I swing really hard? I swing really hard, and I think I can do other things with it. We'll find out. I haven't gotten to try it much yet. Casey, want to try out some things? Maybe later."
I don't know, unless this Auronachus wants like a cup of Hakim, I'm not exactly sure how helpful I can be.
Peach, the smaller Auronachus have plenty of reason to fear you, so I'm pretty certain that the larger one does too.
That's true. She kind of looks down at her bodice, which is still bloodstained.
Well, whatever you did when the first time we were at the portal and saw those creatures, or before the portal, it made me feel really good, very strong. If you can make more of us like that, that would be, I'm sure it would help.
Yeah, I can. If I look at the right part of my character sheet.
I also, I don't know if I have anything that could buff anyone else like that last spell did, but he kind of looks through his pouch. I have a couple of tools that might make things easier for everyone to hit it, if nothing else.
I think mine might be more spur of the moment.
When
There
we
wasn't
get
only
there,
last for a minute.
I will of course pray to the maiden for everyone.
And Dirge Podhammer kind of is glancing back and forth between each of you and so narrowing his eyes in a bit of recognition. He says, "Hey, you're going to fight the beasts. The ones that killed my friends."
The big one, yeah.
Hey, if that's where you're going, I'll go with you.
Thought you were too old for another war.
Aye, am I too old for vengeance?
That's the spirit. Hey, Doc.
Hmm.
This chomping moss you gave me, any side effects to it? Like, I'm not gonna get gassy in the middle of a fight, am I?
Not during the fight.
Alright.
That comes later. So, I guess, let's head out, right? And if we need anything, we got a few hours to figure out what we want to do, how we want to hurt and kill this thing or whatever. Everyone ready?
Yeah, that was rousing. Let's go.
Not much for speeches, I guess.
Yeah, neither am I yet.
Someone probably should say something a little inspiring before we march off to our possible last moments.
Well,
Again.
maybe closer to like the portal. I feel like doing it and then walking for 3 hours might kind of make it anticlimactic, even if it was really good.
I
Oh.
agree with Ava. Let's save the words of heroism for closer to the actual fight.
I clap my hand on Ava's shoulder and I'm like, "Don't let anyone die." And then I look at Sal and I say, "Don't die."
You either.
Nobody's gonna die. Well, just don't. I mean, yeah, just don't get eaten. But then otherwise you won't die.
I hadn't considered that.
The Thedrin shoulders his rifle. It says, "When we find the creature, I'll take a position with a clear line of sight as best I can. You'll want to speak of strategy amongst yourselves, the roles you wish to fulfill. Let's go." And soon you've splashed out the campfire and stomped out the embers, and you're on the road. Well, you're off the road, I should say, heading south. You've got about 3 hours of journey on the way there at a comfortable walk, and some time to discuss strategy amongst yourselves. I know Shalati is AFK for a little bit. I forgot to do a thing for Dirge, so I'm going to make a little character thing for him real quick, so you guys can talk about what you want to do.
I'm actually going to be AFK for about 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
So here's what I think we ought to do. As you charge in first, screaming, try to make as much of a ruckus as you can. Get your wind whipping around in your hair. Casey,
Salinger Moral, I heard that as I was walking away.
I thought she was gone too.
Go on.
No,
Right.
absolutely send your spellcaster into the fray. Let's do it. I'm ready.
You'll never see it coming. Absolute last thing the great Auronachus would expect.
It's very true. You're so right about that.
I mean, he has insight into their psyche.
Poppy's special. I don't know if she's like the others.
for clarification, for whatever strategy we're going to try and impose, if it hasn't been made clear, I am a spellcaster. Please don't put me in the front. Please don't actually do that.
Don't worry. I can hit things, and I may or may not have some magic now to help things out. So, hit with the hammer. We'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure that Shilati, Kabeth, and myself charge in right at the beginning, as far as that goes. But afterwards, when you're picking up the pieces of us, that's where it gets complicated.
I'm gonna be best for kind of the keeping people alive thing, but like, if you're still screaming, you're not hurt enough for me to try to heal you. So, like, yeah, just.
To think anybody ever suggested the idea of bedside manna as one of Doc's strengths.
Who did?
Admittedly, that was not my highest marks. But I'm real good at the other stuff.
Casey straightens up a little bit and cracks his neck, and I think I got a little bit left in me, but I probably won't get too close as things get interesting.
Table talk real fast. Is Casey still fucking out of spell slots?
That is speculation. Inadmissible in court.
I also wasted my sweet magic weapon on messing around with Casey, so we're missing some stuff.
Okay, I have a handful of abilities to save anybody in a pinch, I guess, if it comes down to it.
As he straightens up, he does look a little bit taller.
Ah, he's grown in 3 hours. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll mostly kind of hold. I'm worried about the other. I don't know if I'm doing this in character or out of character. I'm worried about some of the other smaller things as well. Like, the big one would be tough enough, but like, if the small ones are there and they're all working together, they're so fast. Like, we have to figure out a way to defend ourselves. And
I think in character observation, last time the big one approached, the little ones seemed to flee. Like the first time we were around the portal. I think that they are on the food chain for the big one. I think. That's a guess, but I think they are.
If we do have to fight the little ones on top of the big one, I have something that could make things easier to hit all those with. Potentially.
Okay. So in terms of kind of figuring out a strategy for formation, we got the people who are going to be up front and some people who are going to be far away. And I guess I'll be sort of in the middle. I'm going to try to stay about no more than 30 feet within the creature at all times, and probably further away. Cast and move away and just be around you guys as much as I can.
Sorry, I had to step away for a moment. Where all would it be good for me to be?
What
I don't know.
can you
I'm
do?
no strategian. I can hit with my sling.
I guess towards the back with Casey. And Kabeth can be anywhere she wants to be in an instant, so.
That's true.
Beth, should you be doing that all though? Is it gonna like?
Listen, I know that you think that, like, I got fast because of the magic approach, but I've also got stronger, and I am just naturally built for speed. I mean, look at my legs, and she like turns her little satyr legs. She's like, look, I am a creature meant for speed.
No, I know your legs are adorable, and I've seen your cute little satyr butt. It's fine. I just want to make sure that you're not. I just want to make sure you're not overdoing it and gonna hurt yourself. And that goes the same for any of you all with those stupid accessories.
You get pulled into a crushing hug. She's gotten very strong, so you are like being smothered. She's like, I know that you worry, and I appreciate that, but I promise you it'll be okay. Okay?
And the brooch has nothing to do with it.
Sal, did you want to use Saloise's spear, or?
I don't think you should use that.
No, I think it's fine.
No.
It doesn't feel... I think it was just an alarm. I think it was more like theft prevention.
Why didn't they bring it with them?
Because it was Saloise's.
Chris, would my divine sense work on an object if it was like occupied by something evil?
Maybe if it was occupied by an evil creature. It'd just have to be a creature, I believe.
If I have your permission to use it during the fight and it comes to that, I will. But I'd rather preserve a relic of your order, if possible, without stabbing something to death with it.
Well, no, that was Saloise's. It's meant to help people. And arguably, we're helping the last of the town survive. It's the whole point of it. The whole point of us.
I've never stabbed anything before.
Oh, that's different.
Wait, you haven't?
No.
Peach flashes back to every time she's seen Sandra fight.
I'll do the flashback with you. Grabs a slime in midair, throws it.
I
Swats one away.
Yeah.
Hits a dinosaur with a stick. Hits a dinosaur with a stick. Blocks stuff with a shield. Swings at Casey only when he knows that he's going to be able to block it with a shield.
Oh,
damn! I should be on the front line. I've killed more dinosaur than you have.
But he's tamed one, and just think.
I did knock one silly as well. Knocked two of them out. I could knock out the big one.
Oh, I bet you could, Salinger. Nobody said you couldn't.
You're tall, but you can't reach its head, you know.
Oh, if I hit it hard enough in the ankle, its head will come down to me.
You can also just climb up to the head.
2 great tactics.
You can also use the other side of the spear if the pointy part is the concern.
Oh. Is it because blood stains clothes?
It does, Sal.
You know,
it's never coming off.
You can get it out with water, cold water, if you do it real fast very soon after. All the women are like, yeah.
It's true. Shalati knows, yeah.
It's not about stains on my clothes.
Is it about the principle of the thing?
It's uncivilized. I was going to jump up and stab it to death when I can just knock it unconscious.
So I'm uncivilized because I had to take one out? It was going to bite me in the face.
We are in an uncivilized time. Some people are making adjustments. I'm trying not to.
A gentleman.
I defy you.
dinosaur's
Next one's in
gentleman.
your face. You make friends with it.
Are we doing this while
I'm
we're
not
walking?
judging.
Yeah.
We're all chatting while walking, yes.
I'm not judging anybody else. My choices are mine. Your choices are yours.
I did.
If I hadn't
might
made
run
the-
from behind, yes.
If I hadn't made the choice to stab that thing in the jaw, it would have made the choice to bite me in the head. It had me by the arm.
I
It was trying to
Silas
eat
was
me.
holding himself to a different standard.
This really isn't the best tactics talk. We get off topic.
That's true.
I still think Sal hitting it and knocking it senseless is really a good approach.
I'm going to hit it really hard.
I believe you. Just not with the spear, or did you say yes to the spear? Or
If it looks like anybody's going to die, I will bend my rules.
it's nice that you're flexible too.
So,
Speaking of which, we should all stretch.
Oh yeah.
well, we're going to warm up with a 3-hour walk. That'll help.
I can get you stiff if you're not careful. Pull a hammy in the middle of a fight. We all did.
Oh, hammy.
Stretch my tail.
So, Araya, you did the thing like where you inspired people a little bit. And
Yeah.
if you do that, I mean, if Sal's gonna run at it and Shalati's gonna run at it, and I guess Kibeth, maybe? I don't know who the other
Quebec,
person...
absolutely. She's amazing.
Okay.
Did you feel her biceps?
Yeah.
I mean, when she swept me up just then, I felt very protected and also like I was being crushed.
Ooh.
Okay. So
She's like as red as a tomato. She's like, oh god.
So if you do that, and then they run at it, and then I'm in the middle, and Casey in the back, and I guess Peach, you're in the back too. Cyphered, what are you gonna do?
With alacrity.
Oh,
Well, I'm flexible. I've got a little bit of extra reach. But overall, I think the best is to hop in between everyone that's in the front. Kind of, if I recall correctly, in front of you, behind the front line.
So
okay.
Shalati, Sal, and Kibeth are okay, yeah. No, I will pray for them especially hard.
Perfect. What about you, Ez? Where are you gonna be?
Middle to back.
Okay. I guess I'll be around. I guess I'll stick near where you're at.
Where's your bird gonna be?
He's distracted.
If
He's asking the
we,
bird.
for those of us who want to get up close to it, I think if we can surround it, maybe one on either side and then one toward the back, it might not be able to focus on all of us at the same time, hopefully. I had some success with climbing up onto its back before, so that might also help. It had a harder time hitting me up there.
Oh, wait. I just realized. Okay, so these things are like really smart, right? So, and the experience we've had with them, the first time when we were in a line, they tried to like come in from the back and pick us off. So if we create this line, we need it to be flexible, because if that thing can jump, then like the people towards the back, it'll maybe just think that they're the squishy ones, and it'll just... So we have to like be flexible, I think, in how we move.
So, are you suggesting we just go in a big cluster then?
I think just being prepared to move, I guess, like I guess circle, and then
I think that I can bridge that gap and buy enough time for someone else to get there.
okay.
And if you want, the folks of us at the back, like you and me, Ava, we can keep an extra lookout too. Just to see if anything is approaching on the periphery.
That's fair. But if the big one jumps and tries to land right in front of you guys, just I guess the people in the back be prepared to suddenly find themselves on the front, and the people on the front be ready to not, I don't know, to switch.
So be prepared for everything, no matter what. We got it.
Yeah.
Well, Kibeth is very fast. She could maybe, if she's at the back, she might, even if it did not arrive there, she might be able to go up her. Actually, if she's so fast, it maybe doesn't matter where she is, because she could get to either way.
Depends on how big the area is. But yeah, I mean, I can get around pretty fast, but my hammer has limited reach, and therefore I should be within reach of whatever it is. So hopefully that will happen.
What about we're missing the other two? And she looks at Vithedrin and Dirge.
Yeah. As you look over at Vithedrin, he kind of taps the side of his rifle a few times. He says, I'll look for a clear line of sight, support you from the back. And Dirge, he kind of hoists his pot hammer on his shoulder. It's a long shaft with a big iron cooking pot on the end of it. He says, you just let me at him.
All right, up front, I guess. Vithedrin, do you have any special, like that gun was pretty powerful from what Ez described when they used it before. She says, avoiding the mention of the blue laurel chicken. But do you have any like really powerful things you can do with it, like a big a more powerful bullet or anything?
It just fires the one type of ammunition. I have 7 rounds. Hopefully we won't need them all.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm out of ideas.
What I wouldn't give for some more dynamite. Casey kind of walks past Shalati a little bit and says, "So I think this is turned." Tosses her an empty vial.
She catches it and looks at it. She throws it away. It doesn't. Does it smell terrible, or does it just smell what I expect?
It is have a really kind of a subtle aroma you're not used to, Eve. Maybe something was off with that one. Out of character. So on this camp map, just out of curiosity, can you guys see the camp and everything?
I could. It's black now.
Really?
I can still see it.
I think my sprite was switched and maybe my dark vision or something.
Yeah, I think we don't have vision.
Can you see
it all
your own?
disappeared.
Can you see your own sprites?
No, I can't see anything.
I can see.
Nope.
Interesting.
I can see.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Doc did not have dark vision or any vision.
It's just the mask. Those eyes are opaque.
Okay. That
There
should
we
be
go.
there for Doc, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now Shalati is surprising because yours is all set up. What about now?
Nope. Do I have control of it? Like, did I accidentally get uncontrolled?
It does on the icon as long as your character sheet. 1 second. Oh, yeah. I guess the token got unattached. 1 second.
Horrifyingly, we watched Shalati disappear.
Just flicker in and out like a mirage.
Yeah, let's just take a little 5-minute break while we're at it. I'm gonna get this set up. So we do need Shalati to have a character.
And I'll get more chocolate.
Is there anything that we need to do, or are we ready for the fight after that?
We didn't take a short rest, right?
No.
We rested for almost 15 minutes. I would assume that is a short rest. Isn't a short rest like 10 minutes?
I think it's an hour.
Oh, shoot.
Short rests are for the weak.
Don't knock a power nap, man. It's all that got me through babyness.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like an hour is actually that sort of shitty length of time where it's not short enough to.
Yes.
Yeah, basically, it's not long enough to really do a full cycle, but it's not short enough that you just get that like brief spark of blue.
Yeah, you get to REM and then you wake up and you feel like crud. Yes,
Worse
I've
than
done
before,
those. Yeah, like my lunch break naps I've done, and were oh god, like I woke up and I was just like, ugh. Yeah, half hour is like prime.
Alright, what about now for Shalati?
I can see myself.
Can you see others?
Nope. I am floating in the void. I'm floating in dirt.
Refresh your browser. See if that.
Oh yeah, there we go. I can see! I can see, I can see, I can see. I also need to update my sprite at some point.
Does anyone else not have vision?
Me. I can't see nothing.
That's my fault. Do you have dark vision? Okay, hopefully everyone else is working.
No, I have the indignity of being a fey creature who can't see in the dark.
Same.
Makes sense, though. There's typically no nighttime.
But elves, man.
It is funny that Eladrin have dark vision, right? They shouldn't.
Well, all elves have dark vision, even the sun elves. High elves. Wait, I think I got some different realms mixed up.
I can see the terrifying creature lurking in the woods again, Chris.
That's Casey.
She said what she said.
I mean, our new best friend.
Our buddy, our pal. Okay, let's see. Peach, are you back?
I am back.
Cool. Do we have Ava?
Present.
Bethedrin being the uncool kid on the outside. Left in the cold.
It's like dad at your birthday party.
Give us some space, old man.
All right, all we need to do now is have the same kind of dice luck that Pris had last week, and with this fight, we're gonna knock it out in like 2 rounds.
I think you just jinxed us.
Yeah.
I want at least 3 rounds. I've got cool stuff to do.
That's fair. I will try to be fast with my turns.
I'm not gonna say it out loud. I thought through. Never mind.
See? That's probably the thing I should do. But no, I just like to just open my mouth and just let it come out.
Hell, no, I'm gonna say it can't kill that many of us per round, so we should be able to get 5.
You forgot this legendary action.
You just killed
And
us.
reactions.
Great work.
You just wiped the party!
Send wave after wave of our characters at this creature.
You also forgot us AoEs.
Our new-
Respawn in this setting.
All right, so everyone start developing their new characters. They're going to be cousins or nieces and nephews of Dirge.
No, what it's going to be is we forgot
All
that
party.
Dibs on Lily. Dibs on Lily.
this. Oh God. This is actually just Vanya's mount. So when we get there, she'll just have her on the back.
It's the
Like,
creature
oh.
and the necromancer at once.
Yeah.
It's just going to be the siblings of Shalati and Cypher. They're just going to pour in wave after wave after wave.
We could probably baby bunnies. What a wild new campaign that would be.
Oh, that would be great. That would be so adorable.
Band of hopping Thuringans. It'll be a Watership Down.
If we party wipe, I'll send the family tree in so everyone can pick.
Please do. We won't age them up or anything. We're just playing the baby bunny.
I'm gonna be the 2-year-old.
Yeah.
They're all in twin sets, so everyone gets a buddy.
Buddy
Except for
system.
Brandywine. She doesn't have a twin anymore.
Oh.
Dark. Okay, you guys should all be able to see yourselves in the upper right-hand corner of this map.
Yes, myself and basically only myself. It's great.
Perfect.
The veteran off in the corner is funny.
I do like that the biggest soldier we have is like, I'm gonna hide in the distance and just, you guys go up there and take care of stuff.
That's right.
I've got my BB gun.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
I mean, the guy did say he wanted us to help him take care of, his job and everything. He can't take down Vanya Scow. That girl's like a 19-year-old kid. Come on.
He just does the paperwork.
That's the twist. He's not a soldier at all.
He's like clerical work.
They still need their logistics people.
You set up from camp, 3 hours on the road. Light snow coming down, but as you move farther into the south, Shalati, you're about an hour or so, hour and a half, we'll say, into the journey, and you see one of the large great Auronachus tracks in the snow.
She just pauses by it briefly and then points to it, and then sort of sweeps her finger up toward where she expects the next ones to be.
Moving forward a bit more, farther to the south, you found the trail of the great Auronachus. You find a bit of blood in the snow as well. Looks as though your strikes went deep enough. Not that the creature was bloodied, but just an indicator that it's wounded. From where you are right now, it's easier for you to estimate. You're about an hour and a half from the portal, but the tracks begin to veer off a bit farther to the west. From here, where you are right now, you could, we'll say, go an hour south. That would take you to the portal, or an hour southwest, and that would presumably follow the tracks. I guess you wouldn't know how long it is, but it goes to the southwest.
She indicates to one direction, says, the portal, the tracks. And then she just starts to go off after the tracks.
As you guys are moving through the forest, leafless trees and some pines, there are not storm clouds, but thick clouds that have rolled in overhead, blocking the stars and the shards of the shattered moon. It's become very dark. You're probably still several minutes away from, well, you don't know how far it is. You're several minutes at least that would be equivalent to reaching the portal. But it's become so dark that without a source of light, those of you who can't see in the dark can't see almost anything at all.
Still sure this is a good idea?
Sal is going to flick a little marble out of his bag that glows and floats in front of him, casting a little bit of faint light.
Okay. How far does that shed light?
Let me double check.
We're not gonna have the element of surprise, I don't think. She's saying this kind of quietly. If I'm saying it too quiet to actually be heard, let me know.
Yeah, sure. You're whispering amongst yourselves.
Probably not, no. Which would be unfortunate, but as long as it does not surprise us.
So it can basically cast light or daylight, so light is the smaller radius. So I'll go with that one. I think it's like 10 feet for the light spell, a cantrip.
She rummages around, or on the pack that she's carrying, there's a lantern that's strapped to the outside. And so she picks it off and holds it up and says, if there's anybody else who wants one, I have one of these. And she lowers and raises the hood and some oil for you.
pull a lantern out of my bag because I forgot I had one.
Seyfried will also pull out her bullseye lantern.
Well, hell.
All right. What's the range on the bullseye lantern?
Doc has her mask down, I guess, since it's dark outside and in the woods and in open.
The bullseye lantern is 60 feet bright, and then an additional 60 feet dim.
And
Whoa.
I should have
The
30 feet
sun.
radius. And then an additional 30 feet of dim light.
Okay. I'll come back to you, Kabeth, in just a moment. Seyfried, does it tell you what like the angle is on the lantern, or is it a multi-directional or snooted?
A bullseye lantern is a cone. It's directional.
I'm gonna say 90 degrees.
I misspoke. The light spell is a 20-foot radius, not 10.
Damn.
Casey walks by Kabeth when she lights this up. It's like, we need to set things off. He holds up a bottle of oil and kind of shakes it.
Yep, I got one too, but let's hope we don't.
Casey, don't use that firework thing, or if you do, say something. I really hate that thing.
Okay, I'm going to use the firework thing.
No, not now. Just like, don't use it. Oh my god.
It scares him off. What do you want?
You keep using it, I might get used to it.
Okay, Kabeth, what was your Oh, you typed it. Okay.
Has it snowed recently? Has it been snowing?
Yeah, it's currently snowing very lightly.
Can I tell from how much the snow covers the tracks, how recent these tracks are?
Ooh, roll survival, please.
Oh, this will be fun. While we're walking, I'm assuming it's kind of cold outside, Chris.
Yeah, it's
26.
like right on the edge between like snowing and not. A 26 survival, you would guess that the creature is about. It was about half an hour ahead of you. Your detour added, probably about another hour and a half to that, so it's about 2 hours ahead of you.
So these tracks look like they're 2 hours old. She says softly, I don't think it's anywhere nearby at least, so the light's probably good for now. It looks like these are maybe... She kind of looks up at the snowflakes and watches them falling for a little bit, and then looks down and says, maybe 2 hours old?
should I send Zephyrus ahead to try and keep an eye out for anything that could try and ambush us on the way?
It's so dark. Can they see?
Zephyrus is not great at seeing in the dark.
Do you think they sleep at night? Sal?
Absolutely not.
Don't move any characters yet because you're not actually on this map yet.
Speaking of Salander, what's Poppy up to right now? Where'd Poppy go?
He's trailing behind me.
Poppy's with you.
Sniffing. Lots of sniffing.
Okay. I think I have everyone's lighting set up. Okay. So you're not on this map yet. I just have you here so that I can arrange you.
I'm currently in like the Negaverse.
Mine's incredibly bright.
Let me double check Cypher.
Ooh, I love that.
I mean,
my
like-
gamma is up.
My the whole world is like yellow and black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know that blue, black, gold, white dress? It's that.
Same.
Oh my god.
Same.
You just give me a flashback.
I love how angry people got.
Is everyone able to like see their characters and see like the ground around you and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Should be like yellow tinted lights and black shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks how it's supposed to look. Let me reload.
But it's still cool.
Interesting. Take a screenshot and post it. I'm gonna see it.
I put
Allie
one
did.
in chat. It almost is like the light added together to make it brighter and brighter. Oh wow, yours looks really
What
weird.
the
Yeah,
fuck,
it's very
Isaac?
additive.
Don't judge me.
Oh gosh.
Interesting.
That shadow sight.
So Kaveth's looks about how it's supposed to look.
I'll refresh.
But it does look like the light is additive when I give all of you light sources.
I mean, it's fine. It's just an interesting choice on their part.
No, this is just what Kabeth sees. She talks about seeing shadows in different places. It's just
Let me see if I can down the brightness level.
I don't mind. I can roll with it.
I like peering directly into the sun.
yeah, it's better.
Peer the sun.
As they're hiking through in the snow, and they sort of continue on, Ava will at some point sort of shiver a small amount, and as if remembering something. Her eyes go wide for a second, and then she speaks a word, and her clothes poof, change into heavy winter clothing. And you guys would know that this was a shift weave that was her sister's most prized possession.
I think Shalati at first is a little bit surprised by the sound of the clothing, just like, and then looks at her and then realizes whose it was and just gives her like a approving forest man nod.
She nods her head for a second, and it's like, oh no, she gave it to me. It was really sweet. It's like she let me have it. It was really nice.
Lily gave you something.
Yeah,
Your sister?
yeah, she can be nice sometimes. Like I know she's a lot, but like she can be okay.
Did you check it for like tags or something, like itchy burrs inside of it?
No, it was nice. Like it was right before I left. It's the reason the other outfit fits a little better now. She was like just trying to be. It was just nice.
Oh,
So-
she's worried about you, maybe.
She looks uncomfortable.
It looks great though.
Yeah, thanks. It's got some additional ones, but now is not the time to try them out.
Oh, what I'm hearing is later we can do a fashion show. All right, once we're all done killing our Auronachus or training them or riding them through a rift or whatever, we're all going to go back to the Wanderlust, and Ava has to show us all her outfits.
Not all of them.
You have to show us at least the ones embedded into that. I don't know what to even call it. Your garment that can be everything.
Yeah, how does it work?
Yeah. If you're the only girl who gets one of these, Ava, you have to show it off to the rest of us.
We'll show off exactly one more of the outfits at this point.
Vithedrin just...
On our way to kill the giant monster that's been terrorizing our home, we need to have some teenage girl moments.
Okay, so you guys should all hopefully be able to see yourselves upper right-hand corner of this map. Just arrange yourselves in sort of your traveling formation. Kind of stay in the general area that you are right now. One thing, Shalata, you find another Auronachus track in the snow. And you know you're about an hour behind it, I should say.
Coincidences. An hour. We're gaining on it.
You travel on a bit more. Tension begins to grow as you realize you are getting closer. Charlotte, you find another track. You're pretty close now.
How many of the little ones do you think there'll be?
Have I seen any smaller Auronachus tracks?
Occasionally, yeah, you do see some.
There are some around. I can't count exactly how many different ones there are, though. Hopefully not too many.
Did we ever figure if they're the same things as the big one? Are they like the chicks to the hen, or are they different species altogether, like we've got chickens and ducks?
Hard to say.
Dirge says, "Now you faced these things before, have you?"
Each gestures to Salinger and Poppy. Clearly.
But that one's smaller than the others.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking Shalati, who's seen the big one, how big it compares to.
It's bigger. She gestures at that footprint. It's about as tall as the shepherd's end walls. That's right? It was like the head would come up to the... Okay. And it takes up about, from nose to tail, it was, 40 feet? Something like that? 25 feet?
Yeah, if it were stretched out end to end, yeah, something like 35, 40 feet.
It's about that long from here to there. I said to watch for the tail, right? It hit me badly with that once.
Maybe I guess readies her shield, takes it from her back, and slaps it onto her wrist as they keep trudging through the snow.
Charlotte actually follows her cue and unhooks the little buckler that's at her belt.
Casey stretches out a little bit, kind of tugs uncomfortably at the studded leather armor that he's wearing. He's just like, I mean, if we can sneak up on it, I guess that would be ideal.
I think sneaking would be my preference, but she looks at all the people who can't see in the dark.
I mean,
Shalata, you find another track. This one's About 10 minutes old, maybe. Pretty new.
10 minutes.
If you have a light source, it's going to go after you first. So we should be aware of that.
The other option is I can't see it coming at all, and I'm not exactly good at sneaking. So
I mean, should we buddy up? Would folks without light sources want to? No, but then they can't see a damn thing. They won't be able to see an Auronachus coming. Forget I said anything.
I'm saying the ones with light source, they'll be upon you first. Those without it can kind of be ready for that.
This arrangement that we have on the map right now is basically how we're traveling, right?
Yeah, and you were traveling, like from the top right to the bottom left, directionally.
Yeah. She looks at Tibeth and Seyfried and just nods and seems content to stay where she is.
You move farther through the snow. You hear it crunch beneath your feet. As a light wind blows through. Clouds still so thick above that they block the stars. So as you're moving, you didn't seem to do anything wrong, but you hear a squawking sound you recognize as the sound of an Auronachus. Then you hear another one. They seem to echo each other, traveling farther away from you.
Are they running away or leading us?
You hear the squawks. They echo each other in greater distance, as though like a bird hearing another bird and answering it.
I think they might be warning each other.
Esmond is going to pull a buckler from his bag and attach it to his right arm, and he's going to start fiddling with one of the pouches on his belt. I'm gonna start prepping a spell.
Peach also readies a weapon. She's sort of flipping her mom's rapier a little bit in her hand. She's not ever losing grip on it, but she's kind of whipping it around in a distracted but also ready way.
There's another series of squawks in the distance, and you see Poppy head comes up, looks around, looks at Salinger.
Al's eating the moss as he leans down to her. If they're gonna attack us, you can give us a heads up.
You can see that her feathers are all kind of fluffed up along the back, eyes wide, dilated. She looks nervous.
He'll say aloud to the rest of the group. I would expect something to jump out and bite us anytime now.
He nods and draws a short sword at her side.
Ava does something, and for just a second, different points of light around where her joints in different places in her body kind of illuminate. It's like a constellation in the sky, basically, with lines drawing, and then it sort of fades back into her. Okay. She looks sort of nervously around at everybody, and sort of like looks at Sal, probably the person that she would look to, and just his the strength that he sort of represents as a comfort, and has been for many years. He's always been the sort of comforting big figure of yeah. I'm describing it poorly, but you know what I mean. Like, if you're not scared, then I won't be scared either. It's basically the kind of look you get.
Yeah, Sal is visibly scared.
The very edge of your vision, you're able to see what looks to be a juvenile Auronachus, about the size of Poppy, hops up onto a large piece of stone, a boulder, essentially. There's a flicker of bioluminescence through its feathers. You see it staring at each of you.
What are the odds that Poppy can make it be friends with us?
Slim. considering the way that we made friends was we beat the tar out of each other until one of us gave up.
Poppy clicks a few times, kind of lowers a little more to the ground, tail going up, and Salinger, you kind of recognize it as it's not an aggressive, but an alert posture. You can see Poppy's blunted claws tap down against the snow.
But it's possible, if we look like we're not worth the trouble, we can go by. Look big.
Shalati, yeah, I think Shalati is actually she's I think she's gonna resheath the sword, and instead takes out a javelin and just holds it up higher and like pulls both of her arms out and just sort of yells into the. Well, she doesn't yell, but she's like a a low hiss that gets a little bit louder at the creature.
Yeah, the creature's still pretty far away, probably 60 feet, just at the edge of some of your light. And you see it as you, I guess, raise the javelins. It kind of changes its posture, but it's still watching all of you. Cypher, did you have a hand up, Peach?
Yeah, Cypher will take out her quarterstaff in one hand, and then I guess, am I able to activate Shillelagh before we're in combat? Like, is that something I can do as like an RP action, or do I have to wait?
No. Yeah, you can go ahead and do it. You'll have to just kind of keep doing it off screen, if that makes any sense. Because it has a short duration, right?
Yeah, it's just a minute.
Okay. Never mind then, but she will take out her quarterstaff.
Chris, my question was just out of character. Is there any chance we can adjust the lighting here? I literally cannot see Esmond or Araya. They're blending into the white background like 100%. Like I cannot see those characters.
It's too bright. Interesting.
It's so bright I can't see half the characters.
I also shared a screenshot of my view. It's a little visually disorienting.
Yeah, we're all sharing them in general chat. Visually disorienting is it feels like I'm staring at a bright white screen.
I think maybe they accidentally have Doc's vision.
Let me see this. So for those of you who are having trouble, you've already tried refreshing, right? And it still looks like it does in your screenshots?
Yes.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to... Who has the biggest light source? It's Cypher, I think, right? I'm going to turn off all the light sources except for Cypher's and just make hers omnidirectional. Sorry, it looks great on my screen. It's unfortunate that it's not working for everybody.
I just reloaded, so I'm giving it another look. It is significantly better now. People are still washed out, but there's higher contrast. I can personally see folks now.
Looks good here.
Same. Ooh, and now it's slightly spookier.
But everyone has vision now, right? So Cypher should be the only light source as far as I can tell.
Yeah. Everything is sort of like foggy, like it's super low contrast, but I have color information now.
Try turning
Agree,
off the
same
color
assessment.
cast. Is that any better? I turned off the color cast.
In my immediate area, yes, it's like normal color. But everywhere outside of like a 5-foot radius of me, it's the washed out color.
Oh, I see what's probably happening. I've got your dimming set. Huh. Let me try that. How's that look for Cypher?
It looks the same as I just described, but like a 10-foot radius.
Okay, weird. Is it passable? Like, can you see what the map looks like?
For me, it's much better than it was.
Yeah, it's not blown out anymore.
It is survivable for the moment.
Okay. Yeah. Here, let me show you what it looks like on my screen. Not
It's
the...
a little sepia toned on the outside. I think that may just be the dark vision.
Here's what it essentially should look like. If it doesn't look like that, there's probably some kind of problem going on.
Yep, it's pretty much what it looks like to me.
Wildly different for me.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that at all for me.
Mine is similar to the thing.
Yeah, we'll do troubleshooting after, like, another time. As long as I know it's not perfect, but if you can have information about what's going on, let's try to move forward.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I'm seeing, again, it's fine for now, is that all of the other characters are washed out except for mine, and it doesn't look like any characters are washed out in the screenshot that you showed us.
That's like the screenshot you just posted. I think is totally serviceable. Like, I'm worried a little.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I was just saying, like, maybe it's a.
Yeah. All right, let's try to work with it. If it's not working, we'll change something else. But like, if you can't tell what's going on, we'll change something else. But yeah. So yeah, creature staying on the rock, looking at each of you. Tail swishing back and forth. Poppy looks nervous. You hear more chirps, squawking sounds in the distance. Multiple of them.
Is it possible to estimate how many?
Well, you would estimate you've heard 4 so far.
I have a spell readied that could potentially knock out that one Auronachus, but is that something that we want to do, or do we want to try and sneak by?
I mean, they know we're here.
All right, Casey, do you want to try to scare him off now? Would that be worth it?
I think we just keep moving through.
Okay.
Well, steps forward.
All right.
I have this image of her looking very much like, you know, when praying mantises are trying to fight off something and they're like...
All right, I'm going to call for movement. Oh, yeah, I figured out what's going on for you, Cypher. That probably looks like that for anyone who doesn't have... Do you have dark vision? Don't have dark vision, right? Yeah. So that well-contrasted area around you is your vision distance, and everything outside of that is like the light that you're seeing, but your vision distance is smaller. I know. I don't think the map is handling it well. Based on just the distances, I think that's what's happening. Oh, wait. This might help. How about that?
That's good.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, that's incredibly clear.
Cool. Okay. Okay, I'm going to call for movement from some of you, and I'm just going to call order that makes sense to me based on where you are. We're not in initiative yet. This is just movement and, like, non-attack. Well, if you want to attack, you can. Shalati.
Where I'm walking forward.
You want us to
we'll
move our
just move
characters?
yourself. You're actually on
I
the
see.
map,
Okay.
yeah.
Should I just? So we're not actually in combat time yet, right? So I should just move forward to a certain amount.
Yeah, we're in combat time, so just take a movement action. You can attack if you want to. I'm just not doing initiative yet. As you move forward, the creature keeps its eyes fixed on you still. There's another flutter of bioluminescence from it, teal, pink within its feathers. It squawks, and you hear more squawking kind of echoed. You hear 3 instances of it coming farther from the southwest. Beth.
Where to go? Oh.
Sorry, incidentally, I think she is basically just doing one movement action and then taking the dodge action. Isn't for the mechanical side of what she's doing, but she's in world. She's just sidling along, cautiously and making sure she's not getting too far ahead of everyone else.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, that's my dilemma. Is I can get pretty far ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, and if you don't tell me what you're doing with your action, I'll just assume you're taking the dodge action, because we're not really in
I'm
combat, but
moving.
you are
I'm
prepared.
just trying to decide where to move and how far to move, because I can go really far.
Oh yeah, I just mean actions in general for everyone. Like if someone just moves, I'll just assume you took the dodge action.
Move to like right about there.
Yeah, creature flicks its eyes at you. There's another flare of color through it, another squawk. You hear it answered again. Three more squawks farther in the south west.
Do they sound closer than moments previously?
No. Cypher. After Cypher would be Salinger.
So Seifert will move forward, but as we kind of get around that large tree, she'll fan out slightly towards the west so that she's not in a straight line from sort of where the sounds are coming from and the group overall. She's kind of stepping out to the side.
So that's good. Cypher, as you move up towards the Shalati and the others and towards that tree, just before you get to the tree, you catch a bit of movement in the corner of your eye to the northwest of you. A little flicker of movement in the bush. About 30 feet from you.
Can I... Is it like a free action to set the lantern down where it is?
Yeah, that'd be fine. You can set it down as a free action.
I have cunning actions. Would that enable me to preserve my reaction?
You get a different one. You'll get a reaction after your turn.
I see.
Should I move Poppy simultaneously?
Yeah, sure.
Who's after Sal?
after Salinger will be Doc.
Okay. She sort of like really kind of trots a little bit behind Sal's, following his footsteps a little bit.
Yeah. Ava, you moving through the snow, feel your heart pumping. You immediately catch movement both to your northwest and your southeast.
She sort of glances over her shoulder to the people who are behind her and sort of like looks pointedly in both directions in a really obvious way to try to draw attention without saying anything. So that the other people behind her will know what she sees.
Behind her,
Right.
notice?
Yeah, I think so. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna ruler. I'm gonna stay with everyone.
All right, Peach.
Oh, Peach is skipping after everybody else. As soon as Aurea starts moving, Peach breaks into a little bit of a jog and follows her. She'll take the movement and then the dodge action and catch up with the rest of the group.
Casey.
Casey, as he starts moving up towards the rest of the group, he says, kind of seems like they don't want us to cross the line.
I think they're protecting the big.
Just to answer Doc there, we're not going to do held actions because every single thing on the board is aware of what's going on. That'll get
Got it.
really complicated.
Okay.
Yeah. Casey moves up to about there.
And Esmond and Zephyrus.
I'll move Esmond. He's going to move forward, but hang back behind everybody by a little bit, and he will telepathically communicate to Zephyrus to stick 5 feet to his side, but hang out 40 feet in the air, above everything.
Yeah, Zephyrus is zipping up there. You hear the mechanical whirring and the impacts of Thedrin's prosthetic in the snow follows after you. As you guys begin to move up, maneuvering, Cybert's put down the lantern. You catch that bit of movement to the northwest, southwest. The creature on the rock in front of you that you can see. As you guys saw, the group begins to move closer. There's a complicated series of squawks from the creature. You hear it echoed twice more in the southwest, and then you hear a much deeper, larger sound, a much larger voice roar. You feel it a little bit in the ground. Salinger, you see the feathers on Poppy. They flicker and begin to change back to their original color. Please roll a animal handling check.
You read these molasses point rolls real fast. It's after the roller, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just roll first. $16. It's not bad.
You see the colors flicker, and they change back to this color of your fur. Bobby's tail slides back and forth. You hear impact of a step on the ground. Another step. Something's getting closer. You each get 1 turn of movement to reposition before we start combat.
Oh, jeez.
And it's coming from the southwest.
Mm-hmm.
Is it coming from beyond this ridge that's here?
Yep. If you
Oh
can
my
see
god.
Some of you
It's
might
so
see
cute.
that.
Yes.
It's like a happy cartoon.
Magenta, with accents of teal.
Oh!
Beautiful, vibrant, great Auronachus. Steps onto the field.
Sal, you have to tame that thing. We have to have that.
It's just a big baby.
How many of us can ride it at one time?
We're about to find out.
Yeah, in its mouth, y'all.
Ooh.
Oh, big, cute, and feathery until it swallows the first one of us.
Yeah, that might be a problem. Try not to get swallowed.
Line of sight for healing gone.
Swallowed is better than chewed.
Does anyone need more time to take movement?
How tall are
I did not move.
these pillar things?
Yes, Chris, you're giving us an opportunity to reposition our characters. No action, just movement.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought we were taking a turn to do that, so I was just waiting. Okay.
Yeah, I was also waiting. For like order.
How tall are these pillars?
Like the one the creature's on?
Yep.
About the tall as a person. 6-ish feet, 7 feet.
Alright, I can't see. Where's Es? Oh, there he is. You're near the front?
Yeah, seeing the great Auronachus kind of emerging, or seeing where it's coming from, at least he's going to rush forward with his hand in one of the pouches on his belt, with a stern look in his eye.
Yeah, you see Vithedron starts to pick up speed, running south. It looks like he's going for a clear spot to set up.
Ava's looking to Shalati and Dirge. Plan, come on, get up front.
Yeah, I think Shalati is going to leap up. She starts running and she leaps up onto the pillar that the small Auronachus is on. I can't take an action, right? I kind of wanted to just shove it.
Yeah, if you want to do that, yeah, you can do that.
So that's, I think, opposed athletics.
It's the first action in combat is playing King of the Hill.
Yeah. If it beats me, I'm going to be very salty with my 27.
Yeah, you win.
So she takes a running leap up onto this thing, basically kicks the with a flying kick into the Auronachus, sending it stumbling off of the pillar, and then she's going to she's using both her action and her bonus to do this, or her movement and her bonus to do this, so she has a little bit more speed and getting to the edge of this.
Yeah, just for convenience sake, a solid kick sends the creature leaping backward and feathers fluttering and flickering with color. You hear an angry squawk.
And that will be me.
All right. The great Auronachus. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just making sure. This is all right. So this is our setup. Cool.
Cool. All right. So everyone's moved. All right. Great Auronachus takes another step, turns its eyes toward each of you. There's a a fluttering of color through all of its feathers. Then it roars loud enough that you feel it in your guts and your bones on the ground. The feathers on Poppy again begin to flicker, but then they turn back to the color of Salandra's fur. I would like everyone to roll initiative, please. You hear squawks all around you. Some of them not even to the southwest, some of them to your west and your south.
How should I do
I'll be back shortly.
add the 1d8 for the gift of alacrity?
Oh, interesting.
If you roll a d8,
I can manually change it, yeah.
you can also just roll a d8, and then when you roll initiative, it'll ask you to add any modifier to it, I think, and you could probably just put the number in there.
Oh, good idea, yeah.
Is it popping up somewhere? I don't see the initiative box.
Oh, I have to click that thing. I'm sorry. You should be able to see it now.
Okay, so it didn't give like a pop-up or something to change the initiative modifier. But my initiative is 16.16, and then I rolled a 4. So
cool. I'll manually change that for you.
Is that a pile of skulls? Probably fine.
Oh, I'm getting excited. Well, less excited now that all the little ones are also joining the fight.
Can Peach take a brief action in movement? Is that okay? Just like more for flavor. Okay, no worries.
Yeah. Oh, for flavor, yes, just not an action on the board.
No, it wouldn't be for flavor. She wanted to cast heroism.
I think that's all of them. I might have re-rolled some of them more than once, but that's fine. Okay. Flickers of teal magenta from feathers bioluminescing in the bushes. There are juvenile Auronachus and adult nearby, along with the great Auronachus itself. It seems as though you've reached the lair of the great Auronachus. It roars again. Trees shake. Mist between you. Fans. Doc, you're first.
Oh, dang, okay. Alright, I guess Doc will run a little bit forward to around where this rock is. She's gonna try to cast a spell at it. She makes a few hand gestures. And the creature will need to make a intelligence saving throw. DC 15. Some waves.
Sliver.
Yeah, so some white, some of those heat waves sort of appear sort of around it. Not actual heat waves, just sort of distorting the air around it. Oh, damn.
That's a natural 20 with a -2.
Okay,
Creature snarls.
Ooh, wait. I think I'm gonna check out. We can try these things to make things reroll, right? Right. That's a power.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna use 1 point of my plot armor to have it reroll.
Nice. That is much worse. So you used your first point of plot armor to make the creature reroll. One that can be done once per roll, right? If that makes any sense.
Okay.
And how many? So you've used 1. How many do you have left?
6.
All right. So instead of a natural 20, the creature gets a 4.
Okay.
And that's going to fail that saving throw.
Excellent. And then, other than that, there's nothing close enough. That's the little one. Aha. Then, bonus action. The one that was just pushed off the rock and fell out of nowhere has to make a strength saving throw.
Can you see it?
Oh, I don't know. Can I see it?
No, that is on the other side of that rock for you.
All right. Never mind. It gets a free pass. End of turn.
All right. In the south, you see another adult Auronachus coming around the corner. Seyfried, you're up. After Seyfried will be Kabeth, then Shalati.
Okay. Seyfried's grip tightens on her quarterstaff as it becomes like the wood of it darkens and becomes knotted and gnarled with black spikes growing out of it, using her bonus action to cast Shillelagh. And then she will.
I'll let you. I'll let you have already had that cast because it does last a minute, so you already have it. You don't have to use your bonus action for that.
Oh, okay, awesome. In that case, let's see, how far away am I from that? Okay, as her quarterstaff becomes black and gnarled, the shadow that she's standing inside of sprouts thorny tendrils, and she will take a small step forward.
As you get closer, you realize that basically where that creature is right now, behind it is a ramp that leads up onto a hill. It looks as though you could get up there if you run up that hill.
Very good to know. Okay, I'm going to make a melee attack with my Shillelagh, with the benefit of the range of my Eldritch Claw tattoo.
Nice.
23 to hit.
23 will definitely hit a juvenile Auronachus. It's 11 damage.
And then I get one unarmed strike as a bonus action without using any of my Vim, right?
Yes, that is true. You should know that that first attack bloodied the creature. Some of its blood splatters in the snow.
Okay, I will do just the one additional unarmed attack, though.
Sounds good. An 11. The creature leaps back.
As Cyphered swipes through the air with her quarterstaff, with her claws, shadowy thorned tendrils whip out with her movements, striking and then missing the Auronachus.
Nice. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it for my turn.
Beth, you're up, and Charlotte, you'll be next.
1 second while I measure.
Chris, I was late, but I just rolled my initiative for myself and Zephyrus.
Cool. Thank you.
I run over here, and then I would like to. Can I flavor holy water as like ash from my forge or something?
Yeah, sure. However you want to flavor it. It's up to you.
Okay. Yeah. Kibeth tightens her grip around the hammer that she made, and she feels the grit against her hands of the ash from the forge. She hasn't cleaned it. She looks at her friends and says, okay, don't die! And I'm casting Bless on Casey, Charlotte, and Ava. And I do a little practice swing of my hammer in the air. That'll be my movement, my gesture.
All right. So if you got blessed, do you know how it works? The D4.
I'll drop it in the chat. And that's the first time I've cast any magic, you guys. She doesn't even know she's got magic. She just is doing this by instinct right now.
Nicely done. All right. Esmond, you're actually next.
Yeah. So Esmond is going to run 35 feet forward, and I'm going to hold my action. He is still keeping his hand in one of the pouches on his in his belt.
All right. Sounds good. Salinger.
Sal is going to whisper to Poppy first. You stay put right here with them. And then for his bonus action, the air around him is going to shift. There's going to be a brief smell of ozone. And then he'll kick off towards the big one using Zephyr Strike. If I can get to it. If not, I'll get the small one. No, I can't get 100 feet. So... no, he'll still use it. He's all the way up on the big thing. He just can't hit it this turn.
All right. Salinger goes rushing forward. Snow flying up behind him. Oh, Sal, to answer your... Alright, Shalati, you're up. Next player will be Araya.
So she has... she leaps down from the rock and lands with a thud. And rolls and comes up next to the juvenile one that she had pushed off. And then with her buckler, she swings wide and basically just tries to cuff it across the face.
Give it a roll.
Actually, sorry, before that, she lands and comes up to her feet, takes a deep breath, and shifts her stance, and she's gonna rage. And then she attacks.
Alright.
Probably not gonna do anything, though.
The creature, quite wary from being attacked by Cyphered, a 9, it leaps back, avoiding your attack as well.
I think she... No, I think I'll stay there for right now. Oh, well... Is a D4 going to do... Is there any chance of D4 doing anything?
Based on what you've seen before from fighting these things, it is not possible.
Okay, then we'll not bother to roll that then. Yeah, she stays there.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, my roll 20 didn't freeze. Ah, it's back.
Chris, I think I had to move. Sorry, I'm just letting you know. I think I had to move my character one square because in order to have line of sight on the big one, I had to move myself to the other side of the rock, I guess.
Okay, sounds good. Salinger, as you're rushing towards the Great Auronachus, you see one of the adult Auronachus just to the south of you, makes a dash straight towards you. It comes leaping in at you with an attack.
Sorry, you go ahead and finish that first.
Does a 16 hit your armor class, Salinger?
Barely, yes.
Alright, this thing comes leaping from the side, smashing into you, bites down onto your shoulder. You take 5 points of piercing damage and you are grappled.
Ow.
Alright, so after seeing that Auronachus run forward, I'm going to release my action. Esmond is going to reach further into the pouch on his belt, and he's going to bring his hand back out and fling it out, and a series of small, almost bolts begin to fall out, but then before they land, they all proceed to just fly off and head in the direction where the Auronachus just tackled Salinger, and they appear to be metallic brass moths. And when they reach that area, they are going to take get in formation of a 20-foot cube, and I'm casting Fairy Fire on that area to affect the. I'm pointing it. I'm pointing it here. I'm trying to avoid getting Salinger in it, essentially.
You should be able to draw a square with the controls in the upper left-hand corner, and that'll let me exactly know what you're doing.
Is that a 20-foot square? I'm having a hard time seeing the lines here.
Looks like it.
Yes, it's a little misaligned, but...
It could be a little bit bigger, actually.
I think it's a 15-foot square.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Great, and I will go ahead and link that real fast.
Such a square.
And that's, I will need the Great Auronachus and the Auronachus that just attacked Salinger to make a DC 15 Dex save.
Right. The adult Auronachus first, 11. It's going to fail.
Great Auronachus takes a, not that it needs it, but it would have taken a minus 1d4 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, all right. Yes, but it also fails big time.
Okay, so these series of moths fly over and they take formation of this 20 to cover this 20-foot area, and they begin flapping their wings erratically, and a reddish paint begins to float down and cover those Auronachus so that they stand out against the scenery. They are now bright red, and anyone has advantage to attack them now.
Nicely done.
Wow. That's awesome.
And the area then disappears, though, right? It's only the things that were in there when you did it?
It stays up. It's a concentration spell.
Right.
Concentration 1 minute.
Does it say anything about creatures entering the area?
I put it into the chat. Any creature in the area is outlined.
Right. So I think what happens here, based on the text, is that the things affected by it are affected for a minute, but the area doesn't persist and affect new creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay. Then, yeah, you can get rid of that. Perfect.
Awesome. But you definitely have it on the Great Auronachus and that adult.
Ooh, and they're already bioluminescent. Interesting. I wonder if that affects anything.
Well, the magic seems to work.
The luminance stacks, and so they're like totally blown out.
Yeah.
Now we need to turn that map thing back on. And we're just like,
I need-
oh god!
I need you guys to play with your eyes closed for the rest of that.
See, what it actually is, the effect is that it's similar to Pris's hair right now, where it's that layer of bioluminescent, like blue feathers, whatever it is, and then it's red on top of that.
Nice.
Chris, your hair looks amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
It does look cool.
I've been saying my...
Okay.
It's not important.
Array, you're up, and then the next player will be Casey.
Araya runs up next to Kibeth and places a hand on her shoulder and gestures out to... Actually, I'm going to be kind of like between the rocks so that I could see Cyfred. But a hand on Kibeth's shoulder with Cyfred in sight. Oh, I can't. But Shalati already has it. Okay, we're good. And summons a blessing from her maiden for them, casting Bless. So Cyfred and Kibeth, and who's in 30 feet of me that doesn't already have. I could get Peach.
Who is the third person who had Bless?
It was
Shalati?
Casey, Ava, and Shalati before.
Okay, I'm gonna make that a yellow dot for you, Shalati.
Okay.
Although I could do the dwarf, but I don't know how I feel like being nice to the dwarf. Yeah.
You bless the dwarf before you bless Peach?
No,
Damn,
I'm blessing
girl.
Peach. No, I'm blessing Peach. It's done. I'm like, who do I love more?
Thank you, Araya.
Anything else on your turn?
I don't have any bonus action fanciness, so no, it's just watchful eye.
Juvenile Auronachus there in front of Shalati and Cyfred is going to take the disengage action. And it is going
I-
to run.
I'm going to hit strike at it because I have Sentinel now.
Ooh.
Yeah!
How
For
the
all
tables have
fucking
turned.
swords. She is gonna. I guess she'll just go ahead and unarmed strike. Oh, god damn it.
That would be a 9 to hit, which would not hit currently. Any changes you want to make?
I mean, you're blessed, but I don't still.
The blessed was included, yeah, unfortunately.
And you see that creature go running up that hill. Snow kicked up behind it. It's made a break for it. See Dirge tightens his grip on the pot hammer. My friends! My friends! He starts running for it. So he tries to run by Cyphered. And starts to get partially up onto the hill. Looks like he's going down towards where Salinger is. Another adult Auronachus comes flying out from the west, full speed. It's coming right up on Casey. The great Auronachus turns its eyes toward Salinger. And as one of the adult Auronachus on your arm is holding and shaking, the great Auronachus takes a bite at you. Oh, it does not get advantage, so it'll just use the first die, which, well, whatever. Does a 14 hit your armor class, Salinger?
That could not have missed me by less.
Alright, you manage just to barely get out of the way. Giant jaws snap down next to you. You can feel the force of the impact. You feel the echo of it in your body.
So holding his breath as the giant bite came towards him in what felt like slow motion, lets out a big sigh of relief as some hot air and fog reaches out over the snow.
Alright, so that being the Great Auronachus' first turn, now it's legendary actions are available. Casey, you are up.
Okay. Casey sees this playing out in front of him. Everyone running forward. The great Auronachus coming up on Sal, biting at him. And he's just enthralled by it. And as he sees all this playing out, the adult Auronachus from the side comes running up to him. And he turns to it. He's like, clever girl. And he starts to move away. And he will take the disengage bonus action as a cunning action. And he says, hold that thought. And he runs straight south.
Alright.
and slides up next to Seyfried. Takes a deep breath. Snaps his finger, and an orb appears in his hand, undulating with different elements: lightning, acid, fire. And he shakes his arms out. Breathes a little heavy, looks over at Seyfried, gives a little grin, snaps the fingers on his other hand, and a second orb appears. Same deal, cycling through the elements. And I'm going to twin a spell. And Chris, I think I might need your judgment on this. I want to twin Chaos Bolt, which can jump to other people if I roll. If I roll two of the same number. Are you okay with me twinning a spell that can jump to other targets?
Yes.
I'll put the... Okay. Yeah. Otherwise I would do a chromatic orb. But yeah. So 2 snaps, 2 balls of random elements in each hand. And he chucks one and then the other. One flies towards the great Auronachus, the other one skimming past Salinger towards the one in front of him. Both advantaged. So I will be using sneak attack damage as well if they hit. First one towards the great Auronachus.
Oh, one issue. You cannot... No, let me think about that. Yeah, we'll say you can see them. The line of sight's a little iffy.
If I need to move to the other side of Seyfried for that, I can do that, I think.
That would definitely work.
Let me just check.
Okay.
I might have to be one back from her. Does that work there?
Yeah, as long as you still got the range, that works.
I do indeed. Yeah. First towards the great Auronachus.
Give it a roll. Ooh, 20 will certainly hit.
20 to hit. And he'll take, let's see. One second, let me look up the damage I can do.
Yeah, the damage types. Yeah.
5 is lightning.
Fours. I get to choose if they're different numbers.
Ah.
Yeah, 5 is lightning. And do we have any knowledge of the damage types that these guys, how they deal with different damage types? Have we?
I don't think you've discovered anything interesting other than fire did hurt them.
Let's do lightning. So he'll take 14 points of lightning damage, I believe. And then a second blast right thereafter flies towards the adult Auronachus.
So one thing that I hate is that this new keyboard does not have a number pad. I'm gonna have to buy one, like an add-on.
That's incredibly unfortunate.
Yeah, I hate it.
I might have a spare one you can use, Chris.
Oh, cool. Like a
Yeah.
peripheral?
I think so. I think I'll look for it, and if I do, I'll give it to you.
Please. Thank you.
This one is 22 to hit.
That's a miss. No, just kidding.
And as it flies past Salinger's head, the ball of energy turns to ice, but then melts swiftly into this weird translucent force and strikes him for 11 points of force damage onto the adult Auronachus.
All right. Yeah. Ice courses through its veins, and you see some of the feathers freeze and crack. You have bloodied the adult Auronachus.
And that's my turn there.
Nicely done. Peach will be the next player, but for that, in the meantime, see Verdict the Thedrian.
Real quick, what does the pink dot mean?
Pink dot means you've been blessed. Well, it depends here.
Fairy Fire is the pink one.
Yeah.
The pink dot on Esmond is concentration, and on the Auronachus in the bottom of the screen, they've been affected by Fairy Fire, I believe.
Could you change your pink dot to something that's not been used?
I can.
Oh, thank you. I was very confused that it seemed to be like a pink dot was on Salinger and also on one of the Auronachuses.
Sorry about that.
It's just
No,
next
that's
to
fine.
Sal. Isn't that
It's for the
actually
big
dark?
Auronachus.
Yeah, so the pink is the fairy fire.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was
Yellow
confused
is
about.
blessed.
Thank you, Allie. I was like, what is going on? But yeah, now that I realize it's for the big Auronachus and it's just a bigger square. Thank you, Allie.
Yeah, Thedrian goes running to the south, and once he lines up in a clear line of sight, he kneels down. The scope on his rifle pops up and takes the aim action, aiming at the great Auronachus. Peach, you're up.
Yes, thank you. The little Auronachus that was running away from Shalati, did that leave the area?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Alright, in that case... Yeah. I don't know that this would work, but Peach would try to do it. So bear with me. Peach would move slightly forward to kind of be within over here by Doc and Ez in the back firing line here. And if I'm right in reading the grid, I should have both Auronachuses here. Within 60
you can use the measuring tool to...
Oh, thank you. Yep, got it. So Peach kind of runs up from the back and falls into a line with Ez and Doc, and she looks to her left and sees Esmond casting something, and looks to her right and sees Ava concentrating hard within her mask, and Peach just steps for a moment, kind of keeping a beat with her foot, and then starts to sing quietly at first, but then in a way that carries. And It's a sweet song. It's a lullaby. And Peach would cast sleep.
All right. You roll the dice.
Remember what to roll for sleep. I'm
You get to roll 5d8.
Oh, thank you.
Could you ping where you're aiming that?
Do you know how to do the 5d8, Kate?
Yes, I had to get my Discord thing back open. I do know how to do it. I appreciate you bearing with me as I'm slow.
Oh, no worries.
All right, I've got 5d8 happening in just a second. But first, I don't remember how to ping.
You just hold left click.
Oh, I don't have a left click. That's the issue that I've run into before.
Yeah, we'll just hold your primary click. Oh, actually, I see where you're doing that from. So you're not in range to do it there. Like, it does have to be within... Oh, it says 90 feet range. No, you're fine.
Yeah, 90 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, you're totally fine. Okay, yeah, that's great.
All right, cool. Thank you. So 5d8.
If you go a little farther south, you can get all 3 of those.
All right, yeah, she does do that.
Oh, no. Was that 5d8?
That was 5d8. Oh, dang.
Oh, badly. It was 5d8, though.
Woof.
Yeah, that was real bad.
That was real bad. However, it did get some value because the adult Auronachus holding on to Salinger, its eyes roll back, it lets go of his shoulder. Salinger, you're no longer grappled. It falls to the ground. The remaining hit points are not enough to affect any other creatures.
That's what Peach was going for anyway, so.
Yeah. Ava
Nicely done.
looks over to Peach and goes, "Nice, Peach."
Thanks, Ava. And that'll end Peach's turn.
Zephyrus goes flying overhead, keeping an eye on the situation.
I was going to have Zephyrus actually do something.
Oh, yeah, you've gone, I think, since then, so if you want to give new orders, that's fine.
Oh, I should have communicated something during my turn. Sorry, I'm still getting used to how the familiar works. I will instruct him to go support Kibeth and Araya.
It's a good idea because Auronachus comes running from the northwest right towards Kibeth, but can't attack this turn, but is right there on you.
Hey, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not roll my sneak attack damage on my 2 attacks. I did say it ahead of time, though. Is it okay if I roll that now?
Yeah, go ahead. And you know how the new sneak attack works, right?
Yes, you can only use the amount in that column per attack. And I'm using one for each guy. And since I do the adult first, the first one will be for the adult.
All right, sounds good.
So the big guy takes 1 extra, the little guy takes 5 extra.
Okay. Peach, tell me a story.
What? The thing died?
Peacefully,
sleep.
in its sleep.
Oh my gosh. All right, so it's dead. Peach watches it die. I think she would just look at, she'd look at Doc, she'd go, That's a deeper sleep than I intended.
Went to sleep forever.
Put it to sleep.
I tried to make it non-lethal, though. Salinger didn't want it to be killed. Oh, gosh. It's 2 Auronachus down by Peach.
Peach is secretly the best killer in the bunch.
Accidentally killing dinosaurs.
Over on the eastern side, you see a juvenile Auronachus come running out from the bushes, leaps onto Vithedrian. Oh, it just bites onto armor. Gnawing. Can't get through. But you do see that this creature being on him is disrupting his aim. Doc, you're up.
Alright.
Sorry for the minute.
Moves forward a little bit closer to Sal, just knowing that he's facing off against this giant creature. A little bit closer than that. And she's going to cast another spell. Actually, she's going to run all the way up as far as she can. About there. And she's going to cast... Oh. Nope. Never mind. Damn. Never mind. Can't do that. Okay. Seeing that she can't help Sal in the way that she was hoping. Oh yeah, she's gonna do it anyway. She's gonna run up. Apologies. 40 feet there, and then... Yep, I think that's good. Okay, perfect. She can get just the one. She starts casting a spell again as she's like sprinting towards him, sloshing through the snow. Her hands gesturing, and then she will try to cast Bane on this large creature. Please have it make a DC 15 Charisma saving throw.
Alright. That is a failure.
Alright, the creature has this sort of nagging sense, almost like a migraine in its head, an inability to concentrate. It's a little bit harder, and has it squint maybe a little bit. And then, yeah, that's it. End of turn, I guess. Oh, you know what? Because I'm close enough, also gonna do one more spell. Not a spell, but an ability. Please have it make a strength saving throw. DC 15. Okay. Nothing happens. No one notices the failure.
No one notices.
All right, end of turn.
Alright. The great Auronachus, seeing that adult one on the ground, there's a low snarl that goes through it. It's going to use a legendary action to attack Salinger. Forget. Does it have any disadvantage things on it right now? It's got Bane, so it's a -4, right?
D4, yeah. Or Mind Sliver? Mind Sliver.
No, the Mind Sliver was used.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a 21 to hit, so...
That's not good.
No. It was a 12.
Oh, no. Yes, 12 to hit. Excuse me. I was reading that.
That's real good.
Doesn't hit you, does it?
No. I think what happens is this Auronachus is getting lulled to sleep on his arm to death. He raises it up like a shield, and the big one takes a chomp out of it instead of him.
Nice. There's a splatter of blood across the snow and a gurgling roar from the creature.
How many hit points does it gain back from that?
Alright, it's the end of Doc's turn, I assume.
Is there any sense of guilt on the big one's face after doing that?
It's hard to read, but certainly fury.
Casey says to Cyfred, Did you see that? 2.
Let's see. Alright, Cyfred, you're up. Next player will be Esmond.
Okay. Cyfred, quickly looking around to assess, sees an opportunity, and without a word, takes off in a dead sprint up the ramp.
Alright.
She is going to leap up. I will use my cunning action to take dash as a bonus action.
Alright. I moved you on the other side of the box so you can see.
Okay. She comes running up in an arc and will come leaping across.
Alright, let's figure out to put one on initiative.
From that ledge, trying to land on the Auronachus.
Alright. Yeah, for the precision of the jump, the distance is not too difficult, so this will be an acrobatics check. Nice. Yeah, 16 is enough. You leap off, landing on the creature's back.
And then she will use her action to attack.
It is moving around and is unstable, but you also have an advantaged position, so those things will cancel each other out, so regular attack.
Well, it's also affected by fairy fire, so it should
Yeah.
still
There you
have
go.
advantage,
Advantaged. Advantaged.
Marvelous.
Can you add a d4?
Currently looking at 13 to hit.
Oh, right. I'm blessed.
Mm-hmm.
Ho ho. It goes from a 13 to a 17. That hits the Auronachus. The great Auronachus.
Yeah!
What are we looking at? 10? 10 damage?
Yes, I think we are only looking at 10 damage. Let me check my tattoo thing real quick. Actually, it gets an extra 1d6 damage for any strikes that I'm making while my tattoo is active.
Give it a roll.
So that'll be a total of 12 with that additional 2.
Nice. Yeah, and as you strike down with that quarterstaff, there's a roar of pain from the creature. Blood splatters out from its mouth onto the snow. You've bloodied the great Auronachus.
Halfway home.
Do we still do extra bloody damage in this season?
We are doing the bonus healing, so yeah, we'll also do bonus bloody damage.
Cool.
Good Beth, you're up.
Did we determine that if I drop or put down the lantern, it's a free action? Like I can just put it down without.
Yeah, you can drop it as a free action.
Cool. I'm going to drop the lantern in my hand. I turn to face the Auronachus that has come upon me, and I grip my hammer with 2 hands, and I take a swing.
All right.
And I'm going to add a d4 to that if I need it. So that's math that my brain. 23.
That'll definitely hit.
And that did 7 bludgeoning.
Alright, and you smash the creature across the face, and its head jerks away and comes back at you. 7's not enough to bloody it, but it is. You definitely heard it.
Okay. And I'm gonna say, Aurea, get to safety! I'll keep him back. And because I had to change what I was gonna do, that's all I'm doing this turn.
Esmond, Clockright, you're up. Shalati next, then Salinger.
You said the verdict was being harassed at the moment?
Yeah, he's being attacked by a juvenile Auronachus, and it's disrupting his ability to aim.
Clarify, so because the Auronachus is attacking him, he can't fire his rifle, right?
Well, imagine a dinosaur is trying to bite your face, and you're just ignoring it.
Badass, man.
Okay.
Absolute stoicism.
Yeah, like it's not even there.
Okay, no, I think I've got it. Esmond, looking to the side and seeing the verdict being harassed by this dino, is going to reach into, is going to run further east, kind of beyond the verdict there. Well, actually, let me double check something.
So, did you roll Poppy into initiative? I haven't seen Poppy come up yet.
I was just using her the same turn as me, but the first round I just had her stay with others. She'll do something this round when I go, if that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so Esmond is going to run 25 feet. As he does, he's reaching into a second pouch on his belt, and he pulls out a metallic, a brass and copper beetle, stag beetle almost, and he's going to toss it towards the verdict, and that is going to begin flying around him to try and pull the juvenile Auronachus off of him. I'm casting Sanctuary on the verdict.
Oh, nice.
And that will be my turn.
Interesting. Yeah, I like that. That's a really creative use of that. Alright. Shalati, you're up, then Salinger and Poppy.
Seeing Cypher do pretty much what Shalati had been thinking about doing anyway, she instead pulls out. She starts to run low just directly toward the great Auronachus, pulling out one of the javelins from her back. She sleds right in through between right in the line of the red line, but and then as she skews around, she basically kind of uses a quick hold onto Salinger's shoulder to anchor herself as she spins around, and then brings the javelin forward to throw it at the great Auronachus, and she's going to use sneak attack if she hits.
Nice.
It is a 17 on both of those.
17 hits.
Wow, both of those rolled exactly the same. I think there must be a roll 20 fucking up again. Anyway, so that will be 16 piercing damage on that.
Alright, it's bloodied, so I get an additional 2.
And then she takes a few more steps forward, basically using up the rest of her movement from 15 feet plus 30 feet for a bonus dash and her movement to step forward next to it and basically be within her melee range of it. And I think that will be it for me.
Yeah, great. Yeah, the javelin pierces in. You threw it, right?
Yes. So she threw it. She is aiming kind of for somewhere within grabbing distance, so that if it is needed to climb up, then it will provide a handhold.
All right. Yeah, he lodges in its shoulder. Blood runs down the feathers, dripping, almost like neon colored into the snow.
DM, I'm sorry. Can I request one minor retroactive thing? Because I didn't realize Sanctuary was a bonus action. I just want to use my actual action to run back closer towards Kibeth and Aurea.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll take place after Shalati's turn, which is now
over.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and move that.
Yeah, sounds good. Salinger and Poppy, then Aurea.
I'm going to do Poppy's first. She starts moving incredibly quickly, zigzagging through the snow, back and forth between Aurea and Kibeth, and does that over-the-head jumping backflip bite at this guy, and it's going to end her turn, her movement there. If I can break up the movement that way. Is that cool?
Yeah, sounds good.
Alright. So the same thing that she almost took Sal's arm off with.
I assume you're attacking that adult.
Oh, Aurea, just like I said, no, the adult.
Okay.
15?
15 hits.
Cool. So 6 piercing damage. She chooses to just let go of the grapple and jump up onto that pillar. Pillar of stone. And then Sal.
Yeah, blood splatters in the snow. That creature's bloodied.
Sal's eyes are going to go gray-white. A couple of his meticulously groomed back hair is going to spring out into curls. He lets out a huff, like almost a deep growl that Shalati can hear, and he's going to only take a 5-foot step and then jump up, grabbing that javelin, using the athlete feat to climb him without having to use half movement, so he can make it all the way up this Auronachus.
Alright, make an athletics check, please.
Yeah. Assuming I don't fail to grab the javelin, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and it is going to try to shake you off, though.
Yeah, of course. Before I make this roll, I'd like to thank Doc for the +8. But it was not enough. I'll use my first inspiration I've ever used this session.
Alright, 26 athletics from the Great Auronachus.
Oh my god.
Hey, I got a +8, it's possible.
Come on, you can do it.
Dang.
Yeah, you try to get up there, and it kind of sees what you're doing, and it whips around, smashes into you with the side of its head, knocking you back to the snow.
Would I still be in range to use my regular action to hit it with a stick? Or does the athletics check take the whole action? Okay.
Let me think about that.
I thought it was just using my movement.
Well, it was movement to leap off the ledge onto it, but I think to try to climb a creature or something like that, that's probably going to be an action.
That's reasonable. All done.
Do you have any bonus actions you want to take?
I already did. That was the rage.
Okay, gotcha.
If it's relevant, I think that climbing normally just takes extra movement. Like it takes up more time.
Yeah, but I think the complexity of trying to like climb a creature, like I want that to take an action.
Yeah, it's
like if you're doing it from
technically
the
a grapple, but I can't grapple anything that big, right? Okay.
It's basically what happened when I was trying to scare it off.
Dang.
And in fact, as part of that, as you're, well, yeah, it was going to go for Cyphered, but Salinger, I think you distracted it. So as you try to climb it, it's going to use its legendary action to take a bite at Salinger.
My actual plan succeeded.
Nice. Yeah. It's a 19 to hit.
Minus D4.
Oh, minus D4.
Baby.
Minus 1 is an 18 hit you?
That'll hit me, but at least I got rage up, so that means it's going to take half instead of the full 16.
That's right. Nicely done. So you're going to take 16 base piercing damage, and you are now grappled and restrained. Wait, you're not bloodied, are you?
No.
Okay.
As a reaction, I want to use my reaction to take an attack against the Great Auronachus because it attacks something other than me.
Yep, absolutely.
So I don't think I actually have anything right now. So she's wheels around with the shields again, trying to distract it. Mostly just trying to cuff it, I guess. And if this lands, I will also use a sneak attack again.
I
15.
just realized I did not roll that one into initiative either. We're on Salinger.
There are a suspicious amount of extra Auronachuses showing up, Chris.
That's true. Luckily, they're ones that have just been watching the fight instead of contributing.
Fair.
Did a 15 hit?
A 15.
Oh, I forgot. I still get advantage, right? Actually.
It is still fairy fired, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
As long as, Sanctuary is not concentration, right?
Okay. I will take the 15.
15. 15 does not hit.
Mm.
Are you blessed? Did you already have that?
That was with bless. Yeah.
Alright, yeah. You slam into it, but it's thick, hard skin. Shrugs it off. Anything else? For Salinger, I should say. Any end of turn for you?
Oh yeah, I mean I'm just in a dinosaur's mouth now, right? Or at least halfway.
You were not bloodied though, right?
No, not bloody.
Yeah, you're not grappled in your train.
Oh, okay, cool. Good.
It only does something against bloody creatures. Rhea, you're up.
Having had Kabeth tell me to get clear of what's going on, she's going to make, well, an intelligent retreat, I hope. Try to find the one with the most damage. But so she's going to, let's see my distance. Oh, excellent. She's going to run and then attack.
All right.
And then to the one that's facing off against Kabeth, she's going to cast Guiding Bolt. So, a ranged spell attack. Oh, that's exciting. 12 is bullshit.
Can you connect to that?
I don't think so. Wait. If I fail an attack roll, so I'm assuming that fails, I can add a 2d4 thanks to my maiden.
A 13 is current, or 12 is currently failing. Oh,
Does a 20 hit?
Holy
that'll
shit.
definitely hit. How much damage? The 13 radiant?
Yes, but it has to do a Oh. Oh. I thought it had to.
No, I think what has to happen is you need to tell me a story.
Oh, sweet. So she runs away, but knowing that she's leaving Kebeth alone with this Auronachus, she like casts a hand, sending a bolt of light towards it, but knowing that it's going awry, says a prayer under her breath, and the bolt streaks around as if like turning and slams into its side, casting it and tossing it in a dazzling array of radiant light at Kebeth's feet.
A squawk and a cry, creature hits the snow. It's dead.
Are you able to mark the dead ones with the red X again?
I turn them upside down, hopefully, and I'll only do that for ones that are dead.
Okay, because before I was not sure. I was like, is it sleeping? Is it having a good time rolling around in the snow? Don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Upside down, dead. All right, nicely done, Araya. Anything else?
She breathes a sigh of relief and turns to see what's next.
One second. So many of these have just been sleeping.
Maybe they were taking a nap. It's only been seconds.
We didn't metagame, right? You can't just add more enemies in the middle, Chris.
I already
No,
called
these-
him out on it.
These are guys you're currently staring at who have not done anything.
Yeah, they've just been like, just watching, like, you know what? I want to see which way this goes.
What's the Arnox equivalent of popcorn?
We got one on our side, so
Yeah.
Distraction.
give a few more.
Maybe they're about to change Salinger colors. We don't know.
I mean, I keep trying to get a pet for myself, but then I keep killing them by accident.
It's a death metal lullaby.
Yeah, so Dirge says, "Right, look at the ones on the hill." You see him go running up into the snow. The juvenile one that's bloodied, just make a run for it. The great Auronachus. Yeah. It looks there at Salinger, Shalati, Ava. Snarl curls its lips. It is going to release a mighty roar.
Oh, fuck.
This will not... Well, interesting. Cypher, you'll have advantage on this. You are so close, but you're not in front of its mouth. DC 15 Constitution saving throw from the four of you, please.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's not good.
It was DC what? 15?
DC 15, con save. Yes.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on that.
Does bless apply to this as well?
Yes.
Motherfucker.
Oof. Shalati, there's a natural 20 for you. You will take nothing.
As a natural 20.
Alright, if you failed.
I'm gonna. How does inspiration work now? It's a you take what you get.
You take what you get, yeah. Just gotta play the odds.
But she's advantage, so is she re-rolling both and taking the higher of the two, or just one dice?
No. We decided the way we're going to do those is when you do an inspiration, you choose one die that you rolled and re-roll that die.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, so
It's gonna be so bad.
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Ooh, Chris, are we allowed to use a destiny point as well? Yeah, you did. Oh my god.
Yeah, I just make it with that 1 point of bless.
Nice.
And Doc, your rolls aren't showing up.
Okay. Oh, mine aren't. I'm sending up to GM. That's okay.
If you already affected it with a roll, you can't do it again.
That's fine. Okay. But I did just send them to you, so technically, no, I'm just kidding. That's fine. I failed.
As long as I see it, it's fine.
Oh, this is gonna be bad, guys.
Base of 10 thunder damage.
Okay.
Good to know.
Ava screams out and, as a response, casts a spell to help mitigate what would be an incredibly painful spell. She absorb elements.
Nice.
All right. Oof. Yeah, she takes 10 points.
Yep. Awesome. That does not have to give against a spell any effect. Nicely done.
For people who made the save, do they still suffer the disadvantage?
No, you do not.
Okay, cool.
Clever, I want to say that in the face of the roar, she just stares up at it and hisses back.
Nice. Alright, that is the Great Auronachus' turn. That refreshes its legendary actions.
Getting close. We can do it.
Just as the first one goes down, another adult Auronachus almost immediately takes its place, but it's running just up behind Casey. And it's going to leap at you with an attack. Does a 14 hit your armor class, Casey?
It does not.
Ooh, you're snap in the air right behind you. Casey, you're up. Just as a note, it is 11, so if someone is has to go, we'll stop it. Don't feel bad about that. We'll just play until someone has to go to sleep.
Yeah, I might have just the one remaining turn, and then feel free to play until my next one. I have to go, but I'll wait through this session, or for this round.
Okay, cool.
I think stopping at the end of this round makes sense.
Okay, that's good.
Casey kind of slides to the side as this Auronachus snaps at him, and he spins and holds a finger up to it and says, I said, hold on a minute. And he uses his bonus action to disengage. And he's going to move straight south. As he does, he kind of picks up the pace a little bit. 2 more snaps, and this time fire appears in each of his hands, and he swings both arms down towards the giant Auronachus, and I'm going to twin the firebolt spell at him. So these flames kind of burn out, fly past Salinger and Shalati and Seifert, lighting the area up. You can feel the heat on you as these flames come in there. I believe they are still advantaged. I will use sneak attack if it hits on this first one.
Awesome. Whatever pink line that is, for some reason I can't erase it. That's a natural 20?
It is a natural 20.
Oh.
So as these flames come out here, they fill the area, but kind of flow around Salinger and Shalati and Cypher that are there, and envelop the giant Auronachus. His wings are singeing, and you can smell the burning feathers as he takes 13 plus 2 bloodied, 15 points of fire damage.
Right, does that include the critical for sneak attack as well?
It does. I rolled 2d6 there, yeah.
Okay.
And then...
I'm sorry, how much damage was that?
15 total.
Surprisingly low for all the dice potential.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest roll. But before the heat subsides, another burst of flame flies in and re-intensifies. Which is 18 to hit for another 9 fire damage.
All right, more blood dripping out the great Auronachus into the snow, smoke singeing upward from some of its burned feathers. The bonus damage for bloody can only happen once per kind of person.
Yeah.
All right, anything else on your turn?
These flames that pour out from him just brighten the area. The snow between Casey and the giant Auronachus has all melted. It's just green grass that's singed as the little motes of fire kind of float up from that path between him and the bird. And he just stands there, breathing heavily. There's still ash and embers floating around him.
Nice. Yeah, as the creature whips its head towards Casey and narrows its eyes. It's going to use 2 legendary actions in order to Great Leap.
No, I shouldn't have used my reaction.
So, if you're within 10 feet of the creature when it begins, or when it lands, you need to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Where's it land?
I'd like to stay on the creature, so clearly I still have to make a dexterity saving throw.
You'll have to make one to stay on it. You're probably not going to be affected by what's happening here. Like, it slams its tail into the ground and then it, like, leaps through the air.
Yeah, cool.
Chris, I have kind of I have kind of a weird question for you regarding this ability. Would Featherfall mitigate it at all?
Click Featherfall, please.
That's fucking hilarious.
What?
Ooh.
Falling creatures. They descend slower. I love it. So that will not protect the people that they're in the takeoff, but it will protect the landing people.
Okay, great. So, I honestly didn't think that was going to work. Okay, great. I am actually going to use the specific racial ability about this. So, seeing the great Auronachus suddenly leaping in the air, realizing that's going to probably hurt somebody, Esmond is going to throw his free hand, his right hand, out, and a incredible gust of wind is going to travel up his arm, wrapping around it, and blast out and like wrap around the Auronachus, and just kind of mitigating whatever damage it would have had, deflating its impact as it lands.
Nice. I'm trying to figure out 60 feet per round is 10 feet per turn, right?
Yes.
It's 10 feet per 6 seconds. That's not very fast. Yeah, so no damage or threat to the people. Okay, you do still get shoved, but no damage.
That's amazing.
Nicely done. For the people who were there for the takeoff, make your saving throw, and then you're looking at potential damage.
I failed.
Did I also just need to make a DC 15?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're still on.
Cool.
We're doing quarter damage stuff, right? Because she saved and then she also has resistance?
Who are we talking about?
Shalati.
Yeah, you can get that now. Yeah, so the creature slams its tail on the ground, takes off in the air, leaping, claws out, going straight for Ava and Casey. And it just, as the wind picks up, it slowly kind of kicks in the air a little bit, and slowly gently lands, looking confused.
That was my favorite part of this fight.
I did not think that was going to work.
The juvenile Auronachus attacking the Thedrian kind of gets this confused look on its face, and it blinks its eyes and shakes its head back and forth like it's stuck its nose into something, smelled strange, or can't see the Thedrian. Takes a few steps back, confused. The Thedrian takes the opportunity to raise the rifle. Fire. So he took the aim action, has not moved. Is it still fairy fire too?
Mm-hmm.
Roll another d20 in there.
Ooh.
Alright, no natural 20s, but a 17. Well, higher than a 17 will hit. Alright, there's a loud boom from the rifle, shakes the trees a bit. Bullet tears into the great Auronachus for 30 piercing damage plus 2 fire damage.
Plus bloodied.
Plus bloody.
Plus bloodied.
Did he do it?
Peach will do it next turn.
How much is his bloody damage? 10?
There is a splatter of blood out across the mountains behind the great Auronachus. It roars, its head goes up and starts to teeter over. As this thing starts to collapse to the ground, it's going to come down onto Ava, possibly Casey. Cypher, you're on its back.
Isn't it still floating or falling down slowly?
So,
There's a glitch, and the great Auronachus goes flying off into space.
Fitting to while it goes.
God.
It's a collision problem there, I think.
Yeah. So as the great
man, what's
Auronachus
Skyrim?
roars and begins to fall to the ground dead, Cypher, Casey, Ava, what do you do to get out of the way?
Can I?
I have two questions.
What you got?
One is, how tall is the Auronachus?
About like on its back, I think I want to say like 15 feet-ish.
Okay. And it's like falling onto Casey and Ava, is that right?
Yeah, it's gonna fall right onto Ava.
Okay, I have a third question. Can you Misty Step with another person?
Misty Step? No, I did not believe you can.
Okay.
But you can Misty Step into someone and tackle them or something.
Yeah.
All right. I think I want to try to do both the things. I want for Cypher to do hers, and then I think as we're doing this, Ava's going to do something as a reaction too. So, do the thing.
Okay. So as the Auronachus is falling, Cypher takes a running, bounding leap off of the back of the Auronachus, and then disappears in a whiff of mist, and then reappears right in front of Ava, sort of sliding and grabbing her, and like sort of tackling away from the path of the Auronachus.
All right, Cypher, please make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw.
And as she's doing this, I have no idea if this will work, Chris. Oh no!
Hold, please.
You're not pinging.
She's just give me a sec. As she's doing this, I don't know if this will actually work, but Ava, just to give you a flavor for what you're encountering when Cypher sees, Ava has closed her eyes and sort of like preparing for the impact, and just sort of like throws her hands up in a gesture to try to stop something. And she is going to try to use an ability that she doesn't know that she's just now discovering. And I don't know if it'll work, but it will not affect what Cypher is doing.
Okay.
And do you have inspiration anymore?
I don't have
Can I
inspiration.
Give her my inspiration via the merit badge.
You can, if that's what you guys would like to do.
That is an option that if you want to take it.
All right, the merit badge.
Oh my!
Oh my god!
Okay.
Shatters.
Okay, hold on. So,
Oh no, God!
I will also give it my inspiration if it's possible.
well,
Only
so
one person.
I have a question.
Mhm.
I have a racial trait that allows me to add a D4 to my roll, turning it from a failure to a success. Will this save me from a critical failure?
Absolutely will not.
But you're blessed, and it's a saving.
It's-
You get to add the bless.
I
To your
think she
saving
did.
throws.
It's still a critical though.
Oh.
Yes, we have to give heathens
Okay.
to the natural.
So
one.
then, as Cypher's doing this, she encounters Ava with her eyes out, just for like waiting for an impact of this thing from the sky. She doesn't even see Cypher coming towards to like tackle her. She throws her hands out, and then we'll do a defense of some kind. And I don't know what a con save. I don't know what a con save against a dead creature would be like.
Well, I think what happens here is that as this giant thing is crashing down toward you, you begin to lift your hand. Just that moment, you feel it's like a sensation. It's like something you've never felt before. New power awakening, and you can feel it. You can feel the body of the Auronachus. And then from nowhere, Seifert appears and slams into you super hard. And the Auronachus smashes down onto the both of you. So, Seifert.
Did you just kill our friends?
Seifert and Ava vanish beneath the Auronachus. It smashes into the ground. Fate so far to be undetermined. Peach, your turn.
Maybe I should have just let it fall.
Peach had a different plan before the thing.
How could you do this to me, Seifert?
Listen, I can't even be mad. I got 2 natural ones in a row. What the heck?
All right, seeing this all happen, can Peach rush and help in some way?
What do you want to do? I'll let you try anything in the world that you want.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh. She's just gonna God, run toward the dinosaur. Fuck. I don't think I have anything useful to do.
If you want a moment to think, Casey's reaction to this when the Auronachus is falling, he's unaware of what Doc and Seifert are doing, but he sees the Auronachus get shot as it starts to fall towards him. He just takes a small step back and then bows as it collapses to the ground in front of him. Doesn't see that Seifert and Doc are underneath it, as the dust kind of rises up into the air around them and then starts to settle.
I will say, all of this is so incredible. After all of this happens, Seifert, you get an inspiration.
Oh man, I kind of thought combat was done. Trying to figure out where even the targets are.
It can't be done. There's more enemies.
Oh, I thought they were gonna bow down.
I thought they were going to too. Great Auronachus is gone, right?
Another
Someone's
moment
gotta be
to
boss.
Yeah,
And if they start following Vethedrin because he killed him, I'm gonna be real bad.
By the way,
Kill
Chris,
stealing.
Vethedrin is no longer affected by
have to
Sanctuary since he made an attack.
In that case, Peach is going to move a little bit this way, and as she watches the great Auronachus fall onto her friends, she turns, because originally she was muttering something under her breath, had her hand up, was aiming toward the Auronachus, but as she hears the report of the gunshot and sees the creature falling, she instead turns toward the smaller one near Kebeth, and she'll cast her dissonant whispers at that one, and she'll say what she was going to say in the first place, which is, "This is enough." And she'll dissonantly whisper at the Auronachus up there. Which...
It's a thing I have to roll. What kind of save is it?
I'm double checking. It is a wisdom save.
Oh, it says right there. So it'll take, I think, half damage. Give that a roll.
Yep, half as much, so I'll do 3d6, right? Then we half it?
Mm-hmm.
Or...
Alright. There's a pain squawk from the creature. It snaps its eyes towards you.
Cool. Well, fun. Alright, that's the end of Peach's turn.
Zephyrus is hovering there right above Kebeth, but not currently doing anything.
Well, I had instructed him to support Kebeth and Aurea on my last turn, so I don't know if he would have taken any actions under that command.
That's what he's doing. There's nothing currently engaged with them, so it's fine.
You're not gonna have Zephyrus hold up the collapsing corpse of the...
Swoops under it, lifts it up in there.
Please, the coked out bird.
More, he said.
I got this, boss.
Well,
Little Spider-Man moment.
That's the end of the round. So with the fate of Doc and Seyfried undetermined, that's where we'll end for tonight.
Oh yeah, baby.
Chris, why?
Seyfried coming in with the drama.
Cliffhanger.
What if just...
The absolute gall of you to end it right now.
It's me though. I appreciate the bedtime. I've got plans in the morning.
Well done.
Perfect.
Well,
couldn't write it better.
There we go.
Amazing combat session. This was beautiful.
This fight was preposterous.
A lot of fun.
We did so well until, the very end there.
Some of us are still doing fine.
From Seyfried's perspective, practically all that she did was run up a ramp, jump onto the Auronachus, get enshrouded in flames, gusted with air.
I mean, you bloodied it.
Shot at, and then fallen on.
All right, folks, I'm going to call it. This was so much fun. Bye.
Great work.
Good job,
Also,
guys.
It makes my heart seeing all of these spells being cast, working in concert. This is all I wanted from Sap and other people.
Uh-huh.
I am so happy to be casting spells. This is what I've been looking forward to playing Esmond. This has been exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, your stuff has been great.
I'm so happy that it all worked out too, including Featherfall, which was I did not think that was going to work.
Honestly, with the Sanctuary and the Featherfall, both of those two together, holy shit.
Sanctuary, I didn't know was going to work. That was going to be a DM rule on that one. It just felt appropriate for.
It was a really good use of Sanctuary in that context for sure. I really liked that one.
Yeah. Oh man.
I don't know what would have happened on my own had I just had the dinosaur fall on me by myself. But at least I'm trapped under there with a friend.
You guys are kicking your feet
just picture them.
I'm taking someone with me.
These will roll up and shrink like the Wicked Witch of the West under the house, and it'll just leave her shoes.
Yeah.
The irony is that thing you used can push or pull the creature up to 10 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the reason I was like, oh no, I was trying to that was the idea. I was
gonna say, but does a dead thing count as a creature?
I don't know.
It auto fails.
Does it have a soul?
When is brain death?
Do items get Constitution saving throws?
It's only recently dead, so how fresh does a corpse have to be for it to be still considered a creature?
How long
We
does it
could
take for a
resurrect it,
soul
and then it
to
would
vacate,
apply.
vacate a body?
Y'all are sounding
Let-
more and more like
let me-
necromancers.
Let me pause the recording before I make this joke.
I don't think you can because it's got total cover. So
I see it.
Oh my god.
If you have
I
one
mean, it
fighting or
depends
seeing,
on the angle.
What if it's twins and one's talented?
What if you have Spell Sniper?
or I guess maybe Sacred Flame because you can't
Mhm.
benefit from cover.
I do see an egg back there.
there's a lot of ways around it.
You do this on the skull? Oh wait, no, you have a different.
No, I see a
skull.
I see a
That's a
solid.
skull.
I see a solid egg.
No, that's
That
a
one looks
skull,
like it has a little hole.
That's just
That's a
little-
skull.
I zoomed in. Egg's already hatched. Never mind.
If it is an egg, Poppy gets a sibling, right? That's fun. That's nice.
Poppy eats the egg.
My favorite part is everyone was like, "Oh, Casey's out of spell slots. What is Casey gonna do?"
Oh my god.
He's so worthless for this fight.
Honestly, the The biggest debate I had with myself coming into the session this past week was whether or not I was going to cast Gift of Alacrity on you or Cypherid. It was the toughest decision I made leading up to the session.
The feather fall was gift enough.
I genuinely didn't think Chris was going to allow that.
Do you want me to roll a concentration saving throw, or like should
you don't have to roll anything. Don't worry about it. You don't.
You don't have to roll anything ever again.
Ever again. No.
Cypherid taking out the only person who's morally ambiguous enough to resurrect her.
Yeah, Ava, you're not taking any damage. You're just slowly and carefully placing 500 pounds on top of you. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Probably closer to 1,000.
I mean, birds have hollow bones, though, so it's got to be like lungs.
I think this thing has a lot of meat, though. Like, hollow bones or no, it's hefty.
It was just a slow smothering thanks to Esmond. Just like kind of comes down like a pillow and just its weight envelops.
You know what? No regrets. Completely worth it. The imagery alone is phenomenal.
Feathers probably soften the blows for you guys. Also, I know you all did a lot of damage, but I absorbed 76. Just went through that.
Holy shit, really?
Because of cutting things in half and misses counts to a total of 76 damage.
Oh, okay. You could have... Got it.
I did no damage.
I'm like 30 something.
I did no damage, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I played the role that I want to play. I'm so happy with how it happened.
Yeah, Sal, 0 of your clothing threads were singed, just so you know.
Well, I mean, they just grow back, so he's gonna look like shit, but his clothes are gonna look great.
You just have some like stylish soot around, on your cheeks. Is all.
Everybody looks good with a little eyeliner.
Yeah, it's just really dark eyeshadow. His emo stage.
We're all going through a lot of changes right now. We're teenage years.
Everybody gets one emo stage, at least one.
After watching 2 of his friends be crushed by a giant dinosaur, feels like the time.
Sal, you're strong. You better lift this fucking thing off me.
Well, the Ogre Moss has done nothing for me so far. I failed every strength-based check and missed both my attacks, so... Yeah, I need to flip a dinosaur.
Just chuck it.
22 strength's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I can throw acid at it. I don't know if that'll help at all, but there you go.
It'll be like that sci-fi movie where Spider grabs the guy's friend and he's like, I gotta get it out of there. It uses a flamethrower on the spider that's grappling his friend. Yeah, let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. I can't find the gif of like Mononoke Hime being trapped under the boar.
Oh.
Chris, how could you? Oh, all right. That's what a fun session until the ambiguous fate of having to.
It was great.
Oh no!
I would argue still a fun session, even at the ambiguous fate.
You're not the one having to wait to find out what the state is.
Yeah, so